Maddie's here too. So, didn't schedule it tonight, just decided to do it. Didn't do it this Wednesday, I just wasn't feeling good. Mentally just kind of not in a good space, so I just kind of needed some time. So, I'm glad I did that, and it sucks because I like being here and going live scheduled, but, you know, yeah, some days you just can't, you know? So that was a day that I just was just not feeling it, just wasn't feeling good, and, oh, hey, what's up, WC? Good to see you, brother. LED's in the house, hey, hey. Konnichiwa. What's happening, fam? So, but I'm live tonight. So, and I told the people in the Discord about it, you know, my friends, told them in there, and like, hey, I'm going live at 8. So if you want to join me, 8 o'clock tonight. It's like a half an hour ago. So I just kind of feeling better. Yesterday I felt okay. The day before that I just was not, just was kind of mentally going through some things. So LED said I'm ready to get some food. Excellent. You gonna eat something, huh? We just had pizza, so just in the oven, nothing crazy. Red Baron pizza, the supreme. That's like our go-to. Without the olives. She doesn't like olives. I like olives, but WC said I'm painting some scarabs. Nice. Oh, are you scarabs? Are you starting a Necron army? If you are, it's a good time to be a Necron player. So I just watched with the meta that they're pretty much on top. Oh, for a friend. Okay, yeah. But I think Necrons are a really good starting army. I've been thinking about it for a while. And like, I was, you know, we talk about Custodes and that faction being easy faction to play first. But Necrons are actually a really good army. I almost went Necrons. So I was pretty close. If it was high school Travis, I would have definitely went Necrons because I love the whole Terminator look. I love robots. I still do. They're really freaking cool. But yeah, Necrons are doing really good in the meta right now. So they're number one in the meta. But then again, the meta changes. So I watch Auspex Tactics. I think he's out of the UK. Every time I see him, I think AUS is Australia, but it's like the Auspexes. But if you don't watch that channel, you could check it out. It's a little droll sometimes, but it's good for learning where your armies stand, and then he talks about like new units, and he's able to get this information very quickly. He probably has a whole team behind him, but he's able to get all the information and then give it out to us like within the same day. Yeah, see his voice exactly, WC. Yeah, it's droll. It's very dry. I'm not a huge fan of it either, dude, but I mean I'll listen to it, and I just had it on today because he was doing all the grand tournament standings for 2026 so far, and Necrons are on top, baby. So good for them. They've won like 11 grand tournaments, which is crazy, by the way. That's higher than any other faction right now. So they're just absolutely dominating. And then the lowest ones are, of course, Imperial Agents, and then not Black Templars, I'm sorry, Death Watch. So, but he's got good stuff. He's got a great information. I don't think he's ever slipped up on anything that I can think of. He's usually pretty good with it. But he talks really fast, so sometimes I have to like just kind of drop it down like a fraction of the speed, so it's not as fast because that guy talks very quickly. But it depends on what the topic is. But he's good for if you want to learn how to play the game. He does a very good deep dive into like how to like understand playing Warhammer 40K, but he usually is just a lot more news based. So whatever's happening with Games Workshop, he is very quick to like put that stuff out, and he gets a lot of clicks on it, like hundreds of thousands of clicks. He's very successful. I don't know how the fuck he does it, by the way. I don't know how that guy even sleeps. So, but good for him. All right, Ellie said I'm having a roommate cook me potato skins and bagel bites. Yeah, I haven't had bagel bites in a long time. Oh, his giveaways also help him a lot too. Oh, that's a good point. He does some serious giveaways. Like he's on another level because he's got to get really good money. He probably gets a lot of sponsorships too, so he's able to just rake it in. That guy's a machine. Like that guy drops video after video, and they're like sometimes they're pretty long, and I'm like, damn, dude, like how many takes? I think he just does it in one take. Like seriously, I don't think he ever. It's impressive, and he probably has like an editing. I don't know if he does it himself or, but I mean all the news that he gets. It'd be interesting to hear from him. Like I've never seen the guy, by the way. I don't know what he looks like. He likes to hide behind the camera, and that's his thing, you know. But it'd be interesting to hear like how does he do it? Like how does he keep up with GW? Because GW's on this crazy news cycle of like new minis, new adjustment on points, new new rules. Hey, let's talk about the maelstrom. Like, oh my gosh, dude, I don't know how he does it. I'd be losing my hair to do that, but yeah, he's giving away $3,600 worth of Warhammer in March. Holy shit. Yeah, he does some serious. That guy puts in. Yeah, he's got to be one of the top like Warhammer channels for the meta, not lore. He doesn't really talk about lore as much. He probably knows lore pretty well, but he's more of like the gaming side of things. But sometimes he does talk about like, oh well, this character's in the lore, and he'll even mention it too. So. Kung Fu Panda said, rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Oh no, R.I.P. to Grammy. Hit by a bazooka? What? What are you talking about, Kung Fu Panda? You crazy, man. Warhammer commentator said to 6 different people. Yeah, that's really good. I think you have to be on his Instagram. There's a way that you're able to enter for it. But, I mean, he gives away some serious stuff. It's impressive. He's been doing it for a very long time, though, so I can't even come close to that, I wish. Maybe one day I'll get there, right? Oh, thank you for the celebration. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. How's everyone doing, by the way? Sorry I didn't come in on Wednesday. I just wasn't feeling good mentally. I just wasn't doing good, so I just needed the day off. I don't think I even painted that day, by the way, so I was like kind of painting, but just not really. I don't know, just one of those down days I had. I just wasn't all there. So I have bad days too, you know. I did see you, Kung Fu Panda. I did see you comment on my video. I saw that. You're like, hey, it's me. Yes, I know who you are, Kung Fu Panda. I know who you are. You're of a very recognizable user tag or YouTube tag, so. And I could have sworn maybe I was going crazy, but I thought I saw Ellie post something one day. I was like, what the fuck? It like showed up in my recommended feed. I was like, no, this isn't her. I think it was someone else, but it was very eerily like yours, Ellie. If you posted something, let us know, but I was like, she doesn't even post anything that I know of. I don't think she does anything like that, so. Oh. Ellie does post a lot. Really? Am I not subscribed to her? Okay, because I saw something like on my recommended and I missed it because I clicked off. I was looking for something very in particular. Oh, you do? Oh. What the hell? So I'm not subscribed to you somehow. That's weird. Or unless if I am, I don't know. But I saw a post. Oh, a ton of shorts. Oh, no shit. Gosh, I feel like, where have I been? I'm sorry. I consume a lot of Warhammer content, so. Oh, different music. Oh, no shit. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out, Ellie. She said, shh. I'm gonna have to check that out because I saw something pop up for some reason. I was like researching for something on YouTube. I think I was working with trying to get my video editing software to work for me, but then all of a sudden I saw Ellie's like thing pop up on a short, and I was like, what? I didn't click on it, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. Was that her, or my mind playing tricks on me? But I guess not. So that's funny. That's very funny. So there you go. Got a bunch of YouTube superstars up in this chat, yo. That's what I like about our channels. We got a diverse group of individuals, and we're all kind of on our own thing. You know what I mean? So I like it this way. Hey, what's up, Neo? I did see your typhus, dude. I did. I'll show that off, by the way. I'll grab my laptop and I'll show it off. Looks very good. Let me use a Q-tip. I think I overpainted a little bit right here. Right now, I'm just doing some edge highlighting on a Dark Apostle. So homie's almost done. I'm just doing kind of a sub-assembly thing right now. So it doesn't look like much. Again, the light's not doing him any justice. And it's still in its like preliminary, but a Dark Apostle, I have his head to the side, so I'm still painting that. He's got little devil horns, which is very cliche, by the way, but there he is. Again, it doesn't look like much because this camera doesn't pick it up, like, at all. Oh, well, but... And then Abaddon's sword's coming along pretty decent. I'm just, like, stuck on how I want to do it. So at least I have most of it done. It's just this part. I haven't decided on how I'm going to do it just yet. So in the lore, it's said to be blue and green. So to keep it lore accurate, that's what I'm going to do. And if y'all didn't know this, Abaddon actually has black hair. So I know you'll see a lot of Abaddon with red hair. For whatever reason, he doesn't have red hair. It was an artist who did it way back in the day on a mini because they wanted to contrast him, and they painted him with red hair with his top knot. And everyone thought like, oh, it's red now. And then I read the Night Lord's Omnibus. I've freaking lighted up orange. That's funny. Oh, cool, Amir. Hey, what's up, dude? Neo's in here. Love it. Good to see. Good to see. Ellie said I gotta go do stuff. You go do stuff, Ellie. Then you come back whenever you're ready, if you want to. You guys think I should paint? You guys think I should paint a Scarab Swarm or a Necron Warrior? I would imagine a Scarab Swarm's super quick. Even a Necron Warrior is super quick. So just go with the Scarab Swarm. Just knock it out, dude. How big is a swarm? It's on one base, right? It's like a group of them, like five of them or something like that. Or do you mean like an entire like unit of them? I don't even know how many points those things cost. They're probably like what, 5 points each or something. So okay, 7 to 8 dudes. Okay, I knew it was multiple. I wasn't sure how many. Yeah. So you probably just, I mean, I've seen people just dry brush Necrons and get away with it. Like straight up, just paint them black, like prime them black, and then recesses black, and then you just take some either lead belcher or there's other colors that are very specific to them. You just dry brush them, and then with their Gauss weapons, you just add the, you know, green glowing effect, and boom, you're done. There's your 3 colors, black, silver, and green. Done. But people can make them look really cool, so. And then WC said they're actually really good because they're really fast and have super high chance of exploding. You can choose them to explode for a 2-up. Interesting. Amir said, paint it on mush. There you go, whatever that means. So, yeah, but I'm really happy with Abaddon. He's almost done. He's like 90% done. All I gotta do is that damn sword. So I've just been kind of stuck on which technique I want to use. Like I might use NMM, or I might go with some sort of a blending technique. I'm not too sure yet. So I'll have to look up some tutorials or something. So yeah, but Necrons are pretty easy to paint, luckily. It's as hard as you want it to be, right? Like, if you want to paint them easy, then paint it on a mushroom. That's funny. Oh, man. But, yeah. Dark Apostle's coming along. He's got his 2 buddies with him. I love this thing. It's a servitor, and its only job is to literally carry the book. So, it's pretty badass. This book, by the way, which is used for summoning demons and possessing people, so it's an evil book. What did Lorgar make? The Ecclesiarchy actually use it too. What was it called? What is his book called? It's something in High Gothic. I can't remember the word. Lexa Vindicta Lexicatum or something like that. That's the name of the book that Lorgar the Primarch made. So, but it's all about like faith in the Emperor, and then Divinitatis, Lexio Divinitatis. Boom, got it. That's what it's called. So Lorgar made the Lexio Divinitatis, and that is actually still used by the Ecclesiarchy, even though it was made by heretical, you know, he was for the Emperor, and then he went away and became chaos and heretic, and he went full bore into the Dark Gods, so. Lexio Divinitatis, yeah. So, pretty cool. Yeah, Amir, where are you from, man? Where's everybody live from? Everybody at home, or are they out and about, or? I imagine most of us are at home. Like, it's cold here. It's snowing again, so. Last week was kind of nice. It was like 50 degrees. You could have the windows down if you really wanted it, and then right back down to 20. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. Oh, just doing the same chill paint. Yeah, dude. Same. What'd you end up doing? Oh, you're from Iran. Oh, boy. Well, I hope you're somewhere safe in Iran, Amir. Because there's a lot of bullshittery going on with our administration and wanting to start wars all the time, so. Hope you're okay, dude. That's cool that you're from Iran, because that's like, you're literally across the world, so. I've been to the Middle East personally, so. I have an idea of what it's like there, but I've never been to Iran. No idea. I met another person who's from Iran, which is kind of interesting, so. He was fine, by the way. Smart kid. Whew. Actually, I lied. I met 2 people from Iran. One on a plane, and one from her work. One of her work buddies is from Iran. Still has family there. Alright, so, oh yeah, sit down. I was going to ask WC, did you figure out how you wanted to edge highlight that turret? Because I saw your short about that, so. Yeah, I just ended up doing some scarabs. Yeah, I just knocked those out. Like, you just got to do the base. Are they floating? I don't think they're floating. I think they're actually on the base. Yeah. Amir said I'm in the protest. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Oh, good for you, dude. That's good. That's good. I think that's good. Oh, they're mostly floating? Okay, that's what I thought. Because I couldn't remember. I think they're on the clear flight stand is what it's called. It's called a flight stand, but I know that they hover on the base, and they're kind of little scurry things. But the fact that they can blow up on a 2-up is pretty cool. So if you want to run them into a gauntlet of, let's say, melee guys, like that's what I would do. If you could come around a corner and there's like a group of people in melee or engaged, I would just scatter them in there, blow them up. Yeah, the Necrons are really cool. They're really fucking cool. I am a big fan of the Necrons. I never thought I would be. I mean, I knew that I would be, but like I don't really like their lore as much. I know people are gonna hate me for that, but like I don't really care about their lore. You know, like I've watched it. I've learned about all the different Necron tombs. I've learned about like the war with the old ones, the Catan shards. You know, Trays in the Infinite. Like that's kind of funny. You know, the Silent King. But like, I mean, there's like the, you know, them going up against the Tyranids is kind of interesting. I find that rather interesting, but like overall, I don't have a huge heart on for frickin' the Necron lore. Some people really love their books and like good on ya, but for me, I'm like I don't really care. But they're super alien, you know. They're a cool faction. So. WC said, to be honest, I'm happy with the turret as it is, but I will keep the idea for the next one. Okay. Yeah, I figured, dude. You were asking about, like, how should you, you know, possibly do that, and, like, that was just my idea. I was like, oh, I'll just add some weather damage to it, you know, just add some, like, rust effects or whatever, or just to give it a little bit of more definition or detail, but, nah, there's no need. If it's super clean, you know, if you like your guys kind of clean, so... Not a bad thing. Not at all. So I like my guys dirty and chipped up. And I mean, my guys have been fighting the Long War, so I want them to look like they've been in and out of the Eye of Terror for like 10,000 years. You know what I mean? So that's why I paint my Chaos forces the way that I do. I want them to look like they've been in war for a very long time, and like, you know, they're not getting the newest upgrades. They're not getting the best armor. They're not getting the best guns. They're basically resorting to stealing it or relying on Perturabo and, you know, Vashtor with their demon engines. So, but like my, like any of the armor that I get, you know, like if I get any transport vehicles, like I have one, it's from Horus Heresy because it makes sense. You know, a lot of their stuff, like their drop pods, are Horus Heresy drop pods. So if you look at the lore, or even if you watch some like you know, Warhammer Plus stuff or whatever, or if there's anything you know, regarding that with Chaos Forces, like a lot of them use Horus Heresy stuff. You know, their Terminator armor is like 20,000 years old or whatever because that's all they have, and they just try to keep it running. So they rely on Dark Mechanicum and their artificers and their slaves to keep up with everything. So, or they're like fused to their armor and shit because they're, you know, chaos worshipping, or the warp taint, you know, from being in the freaking in the warp without Geller fields on, because some of them are like that. And then Amir said, we still stay for USA attack. Not too sure what that means. I'm sorry, Amir. We... LED said I'm back. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Spilled my liquid death all over my bed. Hopefully it was just water. Oh, it's sticky now? Oh, yikes. Yeah, so WC said I like the clean look for the Space Marines. Exactly. And that's fine. That's very lore accurate because they actually have the resources, and they have, like, I hate to say menials, but like people that, like their serfs that take care of them, their artificers, they take good care in polishing their armor and, like, you know, bringing it back to its glory and painting it, you know, so like that makes sense. So, but as for like Chaos, they don't really have that. those are luxuries that they don't really have, and most of them probably don't care too much about. But most of them just care if their armor's even functional. That's all they care about. Like, can this fucking thing work? If I put it on, it's not gonna mess up on me, and it's not gonna start glitching because it's like freaking, 18,000 years old or 10,000 plus years old. So, all right, I just primed this black. So normally I just spray it, but for this, because I'm doing sub-assemblies on these Dark Apostles, I'm just painting it. I'm just priming it straight up with a brush. You want the consistency to be not too thick, so you don't want to pool it on there, but just a nice light, even coat to where it's very dark and I can see it. There's the plastic's on the back, only right here, because that's going to attach to his actual plate. So that's his chest piece. But I'm just going to put this to the side to dry. And whenever you prime something, normally it's like 15 to 20 minutes until it's ready to go. So, LED said, "I hate my mom," all caps. "I hate my dad." Ellie. Yikes. Oh, man. Your stepdad. Let me do lyrics in peace. Oh, okay, very well. Do your lyrics. What song is that from? I'm just shaking up paint, so if you're wondering. Yeah, I was a little worried there too. I was like, Ellie? Where's this coming from? I don't think I've ever said that I hate my parents, but I've definitely like hated things that they've done. So, my mom especially, unfortunately. I love my mom, but sometimes she does some questionable things, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? So. Corn red. So I just got done priming that one chest piece. I'll be painting that up and then sub-assembling it and putting it on this guy. And then corn red, like a deep red for the back of his cloak. So black on the outside, red on the inside. That's how most of my Chaos Space Marines have looked. Abaddon included. He's got red on the inside, black on the outside. It's just a artist choice. It could be black, like it could be brown. I could have chosen brown, but I think red is a nice color, especially on like garments. Red can look really good on armor as well, but I don't have any red based guys just yet. So if I start painting corn and stuff and I go in that direction, then yeah, I'll be using that a lot. Also, it's crazy, I'm almost out of my Retributor Gold, which is insane. I have to order another one because I don't have any 40K stores here that sell Citadel paint. None. I'd have to go all the way to the Twin Cities to get anything. So, like, we don't have a Warhammer store here. We have a hobby store, but they only sell Pro Acryl. That's it. They stopped selling Citadel. So, probably because it's hard to get. I'm assuming that's probably why. And maybe they made a deal with Pro Acryl where they could get it for a better deal and then upcharge it. So, they do ask for a lot of money for a lot of their stuff. So they're I mean, it's a business, right? They got to make money. I get it. But like, I'd rather just go on Amazon. Or if I could go to my the really good Level Up in the Twin Cities, that's where I want to go. That's a really good hobby store. I'd support them all day. And they sell things at a decent price. They're very fair. So, and they're nice. You walk in, they're always like greeting you, and like that's my go-to place if I could. I just live a little far from them, unfortunately. So, I'd have to make quite the trip to get out there. Not terrible, again, like an hour and a half, but it's in the Twin Cities, so not too bad. But if I'm going there, I want to make a day out of it. Or there's other stores in the Twin Cities too. So, oh, that's Rat. I love Rat LED. Rat's the shit. What song is that? If that's Rat, what song? We're talking in the hair metal band, right? From the freaking 80s? Because I love Rat. Unless if Rat is an acronym. Oh, the song is called Rat. Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the band. I love Rat personally. They're freaking cool. Super punk. They're like punk mixed with rock and roll and a little bit of glam metal, but like they're on the opposite end of glam metal. So they're really fucking cool. Big fan. They're a lot older now and they still do shows, but it ain't the same. Ain't what they used to be, but to see them back in the day would have been pretty fucking badass. So. Some of the songs you might have heard. Round and round, what comes around goes around. I'll tell you why. They make some good shit. Very punk. Very, like, unapologetically punk, you know? Not like Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses is, like, different attitude, so... Every band is, like, a different attitude, you know? But Rat had their own style. You never know when Alice Cooper stops, yeah. Alice Cooper, he'll just keep touring, man. It's like R.I.P. to Ozzy Osbourne, you know? He wasn't making much music towards the end of things, and he shouldn't have been. I mean, he was always kind of in somewhat, not a spotlight, but he was always kind of his own little world, you know? But, like, I remember when Ozfest was going on, I never got the chance to go, unfortunately. Never got the chance to go. And even if you went to Ozfest, there's no guarantee that Ozzy Osbourne would even be there. He might be there. But I know when he got older, he wasn't able. And eventually they stopped it, so which sucks because my sister, my younger sister, she went to a lot of Ozfests. So she's been to like fucking 4 of those things. So I never got the chance to go. But yeah, Alice Cooper's pretty cool. He still does stuff. He's still floating around. He's still in the rock scene. He's still himself. So, and his stage presence is very different from how he is in real life. Everyone thinks he's a big partier. He's actually pretty chill. He's pretty laid back. So, and very intelligent as well. Everyone thinks he's like dumb rocker guy. No. He's very smart, very intelligent. He's been doing it for a long time. He's like a grandpa. A grandpa with face paint. But he's always been that way, you know? I mean, that guy was playing when frickin' Kiss was going, you know? Like, Alice Cooper was considered pretty hard rock back in the day, which is hilarious, by the way. I would equate him to, like, Ghost of, like, today's metal scene, you know? Or rock scene. I mean, technically Ghost is metal, so they do have some metal songs, so... But I'm not a huge Ghost fan, but I've heard some songs by them, and I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, all right. Not bad. They got something going for them. No hate. All right, let's see how my guy's going. And again, whenever you paint with acrylic, you want to give it a good amount of time to dry. Where's my rubber glove? I got one here. LED said, bro, when Ailstorm went to Indiana, I was there. Nice. Nice. That's badass. I saw Gojira in Indiana. Indianapolis, technically. They're from France. So when the Olympics were held in France, that opening scene with the blood and stuff, that's Gojira. I saw them live in Indiana, and it was a small venue. It was actually a really good show. Gojira makes some really good fucking music. They really do. They're very heavy. They're very metal, but they actually have lyrics that make sense. They're very deep. They're very poetic. I think it's elevated metal is what I would call it. Some people listen to it and they're like, I can't understand a fucking thing that they're saying, but like really they're not. To me, I can actually understand what they're saying, which is crazy. I think I just have the ear for it. So, but I've seen Gojira live and it was very loud. I stayed at a hotel and I remember they opened up and man, it was so, they played all the good songs. They didn't take any breaks. They just played the entire set, no breaks. And they came out for an encore too, which was pretty dope. So, yeah. Really cool. I got to see them. And they're from France. So if you didn't know, they're not even from America. They're from France, but they were touring America. And I was like, oh shit, they're coming to Indiana? What? I'm going. And I'm glad I went too. That was really cool. I just went by myself because I didn't have anyone that wanted to go with me. Like I don't have any friends that really, like they're all busy or, you know, like I want to see some other metal bands coming up, but like I'm probably gonna have to go by myself. I asked a friend and he wouldn't go with me, so kind of sucks. Just depends on if I want to go to Chicago or if I want to go to Kansas City because they're touring in both those locations. So I think Kansas City because I've never really been there too much. I've been to Chicago multiple times, but it's expensive. Parking's a pain in the ass. But like Kansas City is like a smaller city, so it's probably easier to get around. And I don't want to rely on public transportation. So I lived around the Chicago area for a really long time, and I went to school there, and I worked there for years. So could go there, but I just know what it's like. So kind of sketchy too. Kansas City's like clean, and a lot of rich people live there, so probably a safer place to go. I think the other one's is it Tinley Park? I can't remember if it's Tinley Park, but one of the neighborhoods. Y'all have any summer plans coming up? Who's got some summer plans? What we got?
No.
Spring plans?
My plan is school.
Well, Maddie, that's all you're gonna do.
That's not my fault.
Um.
I'm taking a nap now.
Okay, then go to sleep, hon. Should probably be going to bed. Well, it's only 8:30.
I need to cut my toenails.
Oh, okay. That's random. WC said I gotta wonder where everyone is. Usually a lot more chaotic in the chat. Yeah. See, a lot of people. It's another reason why I haven't been going live as much is because the Olympics are on. So, you know, understandably people are watching that. And there's always just like controversy and like a lot of stuff going online on YouTube. So a lot of people are they're not flipping through live as much. I've been seeing even like bigger channels that are starting to beg for subscribers, which is kind of weird. Like I watch other channels, of course, and some of them are pretty big, and there's a lot that are kind of in a slump right now. So I watch like true crime podcasts and I listen to that, and some of these channels are like asking for subscribers a lot more. They're being a little bit more forthcoming with it and being like, hey, I actually need help. Trying to keep the lights on here. And like they have a lot of subscribers, but at that level, they're at a different, you know, their requirements are different because they probably have an entire production studio and they got to pay rent. They probably have a studio. They don't like, maybe they do it in their house, but some people, they actually have like a studio they go into and they're able to, you know, actually do their podcasts or their YouTube channels from there. So, but yeah, just overall, like YouTube viewership is in another direction. So, because of Olympics, because of political stuff, and because a lot of other drama that's going on. So, and then there's just always some bullshit happening in the world. Like Discord was in the news, and like has anybody that's in the Discord been requested to give your age verification? Has anybody had that happen yet? I'm in Minnesota, so it doesn't matter. We're not in the opt-in state. We're in an opt-out state, so we don't have to like prove our age. But if you're in like Arizona, if you're in Texas, Florida, a lot of those places, like a lot of the conservative places, which are interesting, they're the ones requesting that you have age verification. So LED said just us and a demon. Yeah, I know Triangles isn't here and Maggie isn't here. It is kind of sad. And probably because Magnus is working. He's been working a lot. So they got him doing overtime, but he works the slopes, so business is good for them. It's always snowing up there, especially around this time. So LED said poor Rob Zombie. What about Rob Zombie? I saw something in the... I saw, like, sometimes things, like, go around, like, media circuits. And I've been seeing certain people pop up in news-related stuff, either talking good about him or whatever. LED said he lives in Arizona. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought he lived in Vegas or something, or Hollyweird. Or he lived in Florida. I could see Rob Zombie living in Florida. Or New Orleans. I could see him living down in, like, Louisiana and shit, you know? Yeah. If you live in a red state, I don't know. There's just... Even if you live in a blue state, there's always something going on. There's never a fucking dull day here. Always something. All right, I think the acrylic has had enough time to dry. I'm going to go ahead and start painting this up. That way I can... Ailstorm lives in Scotland. I didn't know that. They're Scottish, eh? That's cool. That's legit. They would live in Scotland. Ghost is from Sweden. I did know that. Yes. Yeah. I did know that. Yeah. There's a lot of metal that comes from that area. It's interesting. Especially black metal, of course, which makes sense. You know, Norway, Sweden, Finland. For whatever reason, I don't know what it is about those countries, but they just have a lot of black metal that comes out of there. I don't know why. I know that's where it started, but I'm not into black metal, by the way, at all. That's not my thing. Tried it, didn't like it. That's too... I don't know. Like, I love metal, but black metal to me is like... I don't even understand what they're saying. There's... The only thing I could say about it is that they usually base it on mythology and history. So, like, some of their lyrics are things that I don't understand as an American. So, or it's like Rammstein, right? Like, Rammstein is from Germany. I listen to his lyrics and I'm like, I don't get it. But then you look at the story behind the lyrics and you're like, ah, I understand why he made that song. And usually it's very strange. It's something very fucked up. Yeah, like Mind Tile, that's a fucking wild song, man. Especially if you look up the history of why that song exists, you're gonna go, oh, yikes. But I still see Rammstein being, you know, people still listen to it and it sounds cool, but once you look up the lyrics, you're like, oh. It's talking about cannibalism. That's fucking weird. It's talking about a cross-dressing cannibal person eating someone and eating their private parts. You know, that's basically what Mind Tile is about. It's a real thing that happened, too. So... I think it was called the Cannibal of... What was his nickname? Is it Cannibal of Bavaria or something like that? I don't know. There's a story behind it. You could look it up and... Yeah. I feel like people look into it too much, like too deep. And they're like, oh, it's such a controversy because the guy who got eaten wanted to get eaten, and it was like they agreed on it. And it's like people think it's way deeper than it really is. I'm like, no, it's fucking weird. Is people eating each other. Like, what the fuck? No, that's not okay. You could say all you want about, like, oh, this was their freedom of expression and their, what do they call it? Autonomy, you know? Yeah, Cannibal Corpse. Yeah. Oh god, Cannibal Corpse, Cannibal Corpse. Yeah, they're fucking fucked up too. They're super fucked up. Yeah, I used to listen to them when I was younger, and now I'm like, ew, that's not my scene. Not my scene at all. Yeah, they have some very. Their lyrics are on another level of what the fuck. Yeah, that metal is. Yeah, that's way too. It's like when you start talking about eating kids, like what the fuck, you know, that's just weird. That's just that. And there's people that go to see them and like they're shouting the lyrics out, and I'm like, there's gotta be something wrong with you, bro. What about Iron Maiden? I love Iron Maiden. I think they're fucking awesome. I know there's a lot of beef between them and Metallica, but I love Iron Maiden. So I'm not like I love Metallica's songs, but I'm not a big fan of the band. So I've seen them, by the way. I saw them live, and they did a great show, but they have a lot of controversy that I don't agree with, and that kind of makes me hate Metallica. You know, which sucks because they're up there with like Alice Cooper and like they're not like they're at the same level. Iron Maiden's been around for a very long time, but they're British based, right? So I love Iron Maiden. I think they're fucking awesome. So there is some controversy with every band, right? Like no one's perfect, but I can respect Iron Maiden. But like there's a lot of artists that I used to listen to. Yeah, you said same. Yeah, exactly. Like Metallica, I used to love them. I still like their music, right? They make amazing, awesome songs, albums. Oh my god. But the band and like, of course, their frontman is a total asshole. He's a he's just like thinks he's better than everybody else. They've been around for a very long time, and I remember they they did interviews and they like to make fun of other artists too in their band, and they're metal elitists is what they are. They really are, and they're kind of assholes, man. They just think they're better than everybody else, and I'm like, that's just not cool. I don't think that's. I know that that's a thing. Like metal elitism does exist. Even in fans, right? Like even fans are like, that's not metal. That's nothing. This is real metal. Like you could listen to Avatar and like Avatar is not metal. I'm gonna die on that hill. Are they fun? Yeah, they're fun, but like they're not metal. They're like they're like a mix. I don't even know what to classify them as. And then LED said I have so many Iron Maiden patches. Badass. That's sweet. Yeah, Iron Maiden's awesome. They're really cool. I love their songs. I love their music. And I don't have a problem with any of them either. Nope. I know that their most recent album wasn't the best because it was all AI and people that I listened to on YouTube. I haven't heard it yet, but they said it's really bad because the lead singer had throat cancer, so he couldn't sing really. So they like put it into an AI generator, and it sounds like a robot voice. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So people think that they shouldn't have even bothered making the final album, but it was like their final album. And then the weird thing is that the last song in their album is a Metallica cover, which is strange because they've always butted heads. Like they've never really liked each other. But of course, Iron Maiden, they took the high ground and they're like, even though we don't like each other, you make good music. And their final song was basically like a tribute song to Metallica, which is kind of weird, but you know, that's how they did it. So LED said, bro, I'd be collecting patches like Pokemon cards. That's funny. What's wrong, hon? Are you bleeding?
I accidentally took some skin off my toe.
Okay.
Off my toe.
We'll go in the bathroom. There's that white box, and that'll be able to help you out, okay? Oh, yeah. Well, you like picking, so.
Well, it's because there's just so much skin that gets under there.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not.
Well, it's not growing right.
It's just not normal.
Yeah, I know.
I need one of these.
Okay, that's fine. I used to have a couple patches too, LED.
Nicotine patches?
Sure, hon, nicotine patches.
That's bad for you.
You might be right. I don't know what the rules are. I mean, I have it on not made for kids, so. Also, I'm doing. LED said I have 247 patches. Holy shit.
Like the patches we have?
Like, I have tactical patches.
We have country patches.
Oh, yeah, from countries. Yeah, we've traveled to a couple countries, so we have country flag patches that I get in every country. I do have that, that's true. You probably got band patches. I got funny patches too. I got a couple, like, they're called morale patches, right? But they're like tactical and they're kind of funny. I have a good amount of those. I don't have 247. I probably have about 50.
Sun's out, buns out.
Yeah, sun's out, buns out, exactly.
As in bunnies.
As in bunnies, that's right.
Because bunnies are cute.
Yes, honey. Bunnies are indeed cute. I thought you were sleeping.
I am.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to cut my toenails.
Yeah, and then bleed everywhere. Arterial bleeding.
I'm not bleeding.
Yeah. LED said I have a patch that says, from Ailstorm, say, get drunk or die. That's hilarious. That's very Ailstorm. Accurate. And then something else I'll be doing for this YouTube channel, everybody, just to let you know. I know on the Discord I announced it, but I'll be doing some book readings. Short audio, you know, me reading from Warhammer books. Kind of like audiobook style, but only specific chapters. I'm not going to do the whole book because I do not have time for that. And my voice would fucking run out. I don't know how people do that, by the way. And I'm not going to do AI voice. I don't like that. And the story's from the book, so I'll be reading from the chapters. It's pretty, I think I mess up like once or twice, but like I'm going to get better with it. And then I have pictures with it. The crappy part is that I'm not allowed to use images from Games Workshop, so I can't use anything that is Warhammer based. So any of the icons, meaning like straight from their website, I can't save it and then put it in the PowerPoint. Like when I click through the video, because then I'll get copyright striked and my channel can get taken down. Even on just one, I could mess up one time and that'll be the rest of my channel will be gone. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm using AI generated images. And I'm going to cite everything, and then hopefully, and I'm not even reading the whole book, it's only an excerpt from the book. So ideally, I shouldn't get a copyright strike on it. I'm gonna double check everything and look it up. And I'm adding sound effects to it too, which is really cool. So, and it took me a long fucking time. That's the longest it took was literally me finding sound effects and putting them in certain parts of the book where they're like, where I think it would be nice to have that additional, you know, sensory, whatever the fucking word is, I'm trying to think. Yeah, like an additional auditory, just adds to the scene, you know what I mean? So. You can feel the panic in their voice, for example. Oh, I'm dropping everything here. Holy shit. What the hell? Hold on. LED said the other Ailstorm one says got to drink them all, Ailstorm. There you go. Yeah, they're a fun band. I've never seen them, never heard of them, but if they're your favorite band, then they're cool. So. Is that a car running outside? Do you hear that? What is that, dude? What the fuck is that, dude? Is that a drone? I'm pretty sure this guy has a drone.
Is he spying on us?
No, he's wearing like all lime green, like reflective wear, and he has a drone. It's like, what is that noise? And then there's another drone. Okay, so I see one right there. It's a little one. It's not the police. So he has two drones, but one of them's flying right now. I mean, the police should use drones. I think it's a really good toy. Or a good, WC said, quick question. What's a patch? What do you mean? What's your quick question, WC? Yeah, there's a guy outside flying drones. I don't know. I was wondering, there was a noise outside. I heard the like that high-pitched, and I was like, what is that noise? So I looked outside. There's a guy who's like dressed as like, he's got like a hard hat on. He's got a reflective jacket, like lime green with a lime green helmet, and he's got like a drone, like two drones, and they're like flying around right now. I don't know what for. I mean, he's allowed to, I guess. I don't know. Just kind of random. At like 9 o'clock at night on a Friday. So I've just never seen that before. But he's wearing like lime green, like construction worker stuff. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but whatever. Yeah. It's like two drones. They're big too. They're not the small ones. They're big. And they have the lights on them and everything, like green and red. So I was just wondering what the noise was. I was like, what the fuck is that, dude? It sounds like a car's running or like a motorcycle's running, but it's Mr. Drone Dude doing drone stuff. I don't know why. Maybe he got hired by the city, or maybe I don't fucking know. It's a weird time. He doesn't. I mean, there's no construction going on. It's literally dark out, so I don't know what the fuck. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be wearing lime green. You know? Like, if I was going to do drone work at night and capture the city, I wouldn't be wearing green. Like, lime green. I don't understand. Maybe it's to look more official or something. I don't know. Never seen that before. Coming along nicely. So this is the chest piece, and then there's chaotic like scrolls on them or whatever, so I'm just painting those up right now. I've been using the shit out of Wraithbone, and I love it. I love Wraithbone. It's such a good base for an off-white. And then whenever I paint anything like scrolls, or let's say they're wearing a like Space Marines, they have they have the oh, what do you call them? God, I'm getting so many brain farts. Help me out, WC. What are they called? Like the religious scroll, purity seals. Thank you, WC. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what. Normally, I would know exactly what to say, but for whatever reason, I'm just tired. Yeah, purity seals. So these are chaotic purity seals. I don't know if they're called purity seals, but chaotic seals. I don't know. Dam seals. I don't know what they're called, but I've been using Wraithbone, and then I layer it with Screaming Skull, just to give it a nice eggshell color. And then to dirty it up, I use a watered down Catachan flesh. So LED said, "Sorry, I got a potato skin scuffed on me." Must be her friend. Like, eat this shit. Yeah, her friend made bagel bites and potato skins. Which I'm assuming you know what potato skins are, right? From TGI Fridays. I love those little cheddar bites, right? They got like cheddar and bacon on top. I fucking love those things. They're so good. Yeah, WC, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly, yeah. They're pretty good. Like, it's such a weird and then if you put them with sour cream, they're even better. It's almost like a baked potato, but you can just, I mean, you could technically do it, but they're just a little bit different, so. Yeah, TGI Fridays I love TGI Fridays too, LED. My mom used to take me there when I was a young lad. She would take me and my sisters out to TGI Fridays every once in a while, or sometimes it was just me. It would be me, and then she would take like one sister out, and then another sister out, you know, and just kind of, yeah. No, not raw. No. It's like bagel bites. You can make them at home. You know what I'm talking about, man. Or like tater tots. I fucking love tater tots, man. They're so good. We have an air fryer. I haven't done that in a while, but I love tater tots. You gonna eat those tots? They're so fucking good. Tater tots with ketchup. Then you add pepper. Like pepper on them. And if you want to add salt, you can. You don't really have to, but pepper on tater tots. Oh yeah. Them's is the bee's knees right there. For simple home cooking. You want something fast and yeah. Or with burgers in the summer. Oh, they're so good. Yeah, it's the nice thing about summer when it happens here. We got a grill, and I am definitely going to be using that thing. So I like to make steak on it. I can make fish on it if I wanted to. Chicken, shish kebabs, skewers, basically the same thing. But burgers is my bread and butter. So I just got to be careful, though. I got to chill out on the red meat, unfortunately. So I'm getting older, and Travis's cardiac system needs to fucking catch up. So I got to take better care of myself. The older you get, the more you have to take care of yourself. So when you're younger, you could get away with a lot. So now that I'm older, it's all catching up to me. Okay. Nice layer of Screaming Skull on here. Makes them look really fucking... This is a good looking scroll. So whatever... I don't know what Chaos call. I'm sure they have a name for it. It's not a purity seal, but... Impure seal? I don't know what they call it. But just a nice like yellow hue to it. Looks like it's old, right? Like makes it look, gives it some realism, I guess. So. And then the way I paint it is I actually go horizontal to give it some texture as well. So when I'm painting these, I usually go horizontal on them because if you look at it, you'll see my brush strokes and it kind of looks like it's like paper, like paper should look with the texture and everything. So that's the way I do it with these. And it usually looks pretty freaking good. And then the edges, I'm just going to kind of shore these up because I see some black poking through and that's not good. And then, like I said, I water down Catachan Flesh, which is a brown, like a light brown, and you just kind of glaze it over it. It makes it look like dirty purity seals or what, like dirty paper, parchment paper, whatever it is. So, yeah, it looks really good. Yeah. If you don't have Screaming Skull as a layer, I would highly recommend it as a Citadel paint. It comes in handy a lot, especially if you're doing bone effects or skulls or paper. It looks really good. Teeth as well, if you want to do teeth. Like I paint teeth on a lot of my guys, like a little, very small. Like I have my magnifiers on and I paint the teeth, but it does make a difference. LED said I like laying on the floor. It's funny. Sometimes I lay on the floor too, Ellie, but it's because my back hurts, that's why. It's because my back hurts, and it feels good to lay on the hard floor. I know it's weird, but for me, it like, I don't know why it like feels good whenever I lay on the ground sometimes, or I stretch on the ground, right? So, okay. That looks really good, almost done. You can kind of see it now. See, it's got like kind of a yellow hue to it. Yeah. Very nice. And if I wanted to, I could even, technically I could use wildwood. Because I do have wildwood, another good wash. It's more liquidy. Using this looks great. Oh, Neo. LED said, who else likes drinking ranch? I don't drink ranch, but I love ranch. Neo said, I really want to get some Centurions, but they're not Primaris-ified yet. Yeah, they're not up to scale, but they're really cool. I actually saw a pack of them the other day at the Level Up game store in Minneapolis. Actually, it's St. Paul, sorry. In St. Paul, they had a pack of Centurions there, and I was like, oh, they do exist. It was like, can't remember how many. I think there's, how many are in there? 3? I think it's 3 to a pack. Can't remember, but. And then there's a YouTuber here, Paul is bad at stuff. He just rants and raves about Centurions, and he went to like a couple tournaments, and he likes to be the meme player, and he brought like 18 Centurions to a 40K like grand tournament, and he lost like a lot. He's really funny. He's a funny channel. He's from the UK. Yeah, Paul. Yeah. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, Paul is bad at stuff. Yeah, I love him. He's funny. Paul is a Chad for being the Centurion, man. Yes, he is. Yeah. I love his content. Whenever it comes on, I might not watch it right away, but when I get around to watching it, it's always a really fun time. That guy makes me crack up so hard. Oh, he's good. And he loves his Rudy Tooty Shooty. Yeah. He lost all of his games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah. Like some tournaments, I'm sorry if I'm shouting. Some tournaments he goes to, he does sometimes he beats them. Yeah, but he played like 100 games. I know. He got destroyed too. He's the Centurion man. See, what he needs to do is get some dreadnoughts and put those into his army. Because I'm pretty sure he plays Raven Guard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure LED said my dog bit me. Well, that's not nice. Oh, God. And let me get my laptop so I can show off some stuff that's in the Discord. So I'll be right back. All right, coming over with the laptop. Here I am. Let me just go to my Discord. This is still a new laptop. I still have to like set everything up, but I got mostly everything here. Yep, your typhus is about to be seen. Yes, sir. So I do this for the bros and the homies and those that care, because you know, maybe you have your own YouTube, maybe you haven't showcased it, but like on my Discord, if you're not a Discord member, my link is a forever link now. So if you're watching this in post, you're not on it right now, but if you want to join my Discord, you are more than welcome to join my Discord. WC, also subscribe to him. Check out his channel. He also has a Discord as well, which I'm also in. I apologize if I don't say as much, but I do click on it every once in a while. Oh, look at that. Speaking of the devil, here's his scarabs. So here's WC's scarabs that he's working on. If you were wondering what they look like, there you go. A little scarab swarm. Very well done, I have to say. Yeah, they're super easy to paint too, but you did a good job, man. I like the... is that... I do see some unprimed... A little area that's unprimed, though, unless if my eyes are playing tricks on me. But did you... With the base, does the base come like that? Or did you create that? It looks like you created it because it looks amazing. The effects of the mud looks really freaking good, dude. Really good. Yeah, if you want to promote your Instagram, you absolutely can. I got to create my Instagram too. I have a personal one, but I don't use it for any of my Warhammer. Reneville. So here's another patron, subscriber of the channel. He's also in here. He's an orc player. He also does other things too. And then Neo, I'll show off Neo's as well. And Neo did a very good job on his typhus, but here's a good orc that he has. So I like the orange. I love the blue. I love the patterns. It's so... He really experimented with some colors here. Also, I love the giant pistol. That's freaking sweet. I love that. Very orky. Yeah. So he's got different angles of it. Like here's the back, which looks really good. It's kind of hard to see it on the screen, but he actually did a really good job. And he definitely had to... Yeah, the mud. Yeah, the mud, yeah. Okay, you made that. Gotcha. No, that looks good, dude. That's a really good mud crackle effects on that. Hats off to you. I don't know what you used, but yeah, that looks sick, dude. That crackle effect is premium. All right, let's scroll up. Here it is, Neo. Are you ready? We're all ready for it. So this is his work on progress of Typhus. Typhus is a first captain of the Death Guard. Okay, and the Death Guard are a Nurgle-based, Nurgle deity-specific legion of Chaos Space Marines. And they also have, I think, one of the largest amount of minis that you could get. Like, orcs have a lot. When it goes for chaos, like, there's no doubt in my mind Death Guard have the most amount of minis and like the different varied types of minis that you can get in any army. They even have their own vehicles that no one else has. So they're very cool. I'm not a Nurgle player, but I can respect a good Nurgle painter. So here we got. Here's a little side view of Typhus. So he just kind of did some good zoom in effects here. Really good stuff on Typhus. So there's the little, oh gosh, what do you call those guys? Help me out here. I'm drawing so many blanks. It's the Nurgling. I think it's called a Nurgling. So they like little, Typhus is, or is that thing growing out of Typhus, which is even more brutal? Probably is. Here's the back of him, done very well with all the fleshy bits. Very gross, but that's how you're supposed to paint him, right? Like, he's supposed to look slimy, rusty, dirty. I mean, look at the effects on that. Grim Dark is very good on this. Look at the skull, dude. Look at the freaking skull. So good. Amazing, my friend. Neo, you did a very good job as always, my man. There's a great picture of him holding his scythe. Power scythe. Super cool, dude. Very well done. And I hear Typhus is really strong on the tabletop as well. So, yeah. A+. Yeah, the Grimdark, you do it very well, my man. What else we got in here? Let's see. Any other hobby showcasing? This was a different one that was painted. So very similar to the other guy, but this one is a little bit more grimdark, right? And Neo did this one. So as you guys saw, Reneville had his own... Oh! What just happened? There it goes. So here's Neo's version. And you can see his is a lot more grim dark. Like, I love it, dude. Very, very grim dark. That's my style. That's how I like to paint my guys. And then Reneville went on a totally different direction, and he painted his with color, right? So it's kind of cool to see how people do it a little bit differently. See? Completely different. Same mini, just a different artist rendition of it. So, very good, my friends. Very good. So, yeah, WC says he's taking a break from Space Marines right now. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you. And Triangles is in the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and close this off, and I'm going to turn up the lights. Just a moment. What's up? Yeah. Oh, Glizzy, what's up, dude? Just hit something. I need a water. Hey, Glizzy, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the channel again. I did get your message about your dog, by the way. Sorry if I don't reply right away, but... LED said I figured out how to moonwalk. No way. I don't even know how to moonwalk. That's pretty dope. WC said, to be honest, I think I might stream tomorrow because I'll be getting a box of interceptors. Ooh, I'll tune in. Yeah, if you're going live tomorrow, man. Yeah, just tell me what time or post it up in the Discord and I'll probably pop in there. More than likely I will. I will be there, so. Glizzy Man said my dog is barking for some reason. Well, dogs bark for multiple reasons. It could be something outside that they hear and you can't. So. All right. So This is very well dried. It kind of had like a dry effect to it, and that's good. I don't want it to look wet, but I do want to add a little bit of like a brown wash to it just to, and I kind of want to do something with the lettering, but it's kind of hard to do, right, with the lettering, because there is lettering on this. It's like very hard to see. This fucking camera does not want to. Come on, you can do it. Anyway, there's like little bumps and indents in here where it looks like there's script reading, so I'm gonna... I think I'll use wildwood, and I'm going to very gently drop it in there and see if that works. Because I want it to go into the recesses. Where is wildwood? I just had it. Found it. So I'm going to try this, and hopefully this works. Glizzyman said, I am stopping by. I just have to edit a video. Okay, good for you, man. Oh, you're doing some video editing, eh? Awesome. What are you working on? What's your video? Is it for video gaming or what? I'm going to use a very small, fine-tipped, good for brush control. I'm going to try this. I actually might... I think I'm going to get my magnifiers. I do have my glasses on, which I have almost perfect vision right now. But I use these when I want to see up close and my eyes don't get fatigued. Because if you're painting for a long time up close, your eyes will actually start to get fatigued. So let me get some magnifiers on. Where are they at? Here they are. Boop. Clean it off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just dip it in. It's kind of like an ink, right? And I'm just going to carefully try. I'm going to try. It's like I'm basically tracing it. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Okay. And I'll show you once I'm done, but I have to be very light with it. Ugh. Even lighter. I'm doing it too thick. A bit more. Yeah, what time you thinking about going live tomorrow? There, WC. Yeah, so right now I'm just using wildwood. And again, you can't see it, and this damn light doesn't help, but I'm just basically tracing the bumps and just getting them in there. Okay, so about 4 or 5-ish my time. That's cool. Thanks, bro. Sweet. All right, we'll probably both be there. WC said it was raining all day today. Oh, yeah. Ellie, by us, it's been snow. Snow for us. Sleet, yeah, kind of like sleet, like snow that turns into rain and rain that turns into snow. And ice, yeah, very icy and slushy and disgusting. Okay, this is not... I'm going to switch out this tip for something even more sharp and something that can hold wildwood better, which is this. So this can hold a lot more of the liquid, if you will. I'm just going to kind of let it do this. So I just kind of do this, that way it gets up into the reservoir, the belly of it. And now I'm going to use this to just trace it. Okay, so about 5 or 6-ish. What time is it for me? It is about 9:30 by me. I'm central. And you're out of Pennsylvania, right? So I think you're central. No, you're Eastern. Yeah, you're Eastern, so because you're eastern. You're east of the Mississippi. There we go. This is actually working out. I did not think this would work out, but using the wildwood to scribble on here, it actually is working pretty good right now. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So again, I just kind of dip it in here. See, there's like a, you can't really see it, but I just tilt it up and then it goes back into the belly. And then when I'm ready, I just flip it around and it's kind of like ink, right? So I'm just very carefully tracing the little letters and like symbols that are in this little scroll thing that he has. His not purity seal, his impurity seal. And I'm just basically letting the paint or the shade, technically, I'm letting it run into the crevices that are on the scroll, and it kind of pools up in the recesses really good, and then it kind of makes it look like there's writing on it. So, and this is a good choice with switching to this type of thing because I can get a lot more detail out. Again, you can't really freaking see it, but yeah, you can't see it with this camera, unfortunately. I wish. Can't pick it up. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it though real quick. LED said I was walking a little bit and I tripped and fell and hit at my nose. Aye. That sucks. Well, don't do that, Ellie. Catch yourself next time. You gotta have reflexes like a freaking cat. Just let that pool up in there and then flip it back over and then back to painting. And that's how I'm getting this very, very, very small amount of kind of like an ink, like I'm just kind of pulling it up in there, and it looks pretty good, especially from the 3-foot test. Like it looks pretty good. It looks like little writing on it, right? Like little scribbles, which is the intended effect. Well, this is supposed to be a skull on here, but the little brush is kind of, oh no, that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right. So a little bit more on here, just a little writing. No, that looks pretty good, actually. Shit. Not bad. So I'm using wildwood again. LED said I'm back. Well, welcome back. I didn't know you left. What? Ellie, you're so random. Just let this kind of go back. And then back to scripting with it. I never thought I'd ever have to do this, by the way, but here I am. Yeah, this wildwood was a very good choice, by the way. So if you're looking at doing something very similar on a purity seal, get a very thin-tipped, long brush and just dip it in wildwood. Keep it upright. That way it pools up in the belly and then just start scribbling with it. It works beautifully, I have to say. Ellie said not random. All right, well, all right, fine. Not random. Fine, fine, fine. What song? What song? What song? You know, you're talking about Ozzy. We're talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Do an Ozzy Osbourne song for me, please. Bark at the Moon. Bark at the moon. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, bark at the moon. Burn through the witches and earth, through the ditches and slam in the back of my Dragula. Dead I am the one exterminating sun. Never mind. Actually, I might listen to Ozzy Osbourne after this is over because I love me some Ozzy. Right, we are doing really good over here, folks. I am very impressed at this technique. It is working out beautifully. It actually looks like little scribbles on paper. There you go. I can hear them. I can hear them. Oh yeah, that's done. That looks fucking good, guys. I did a really good job on this. Normally I don't toot my own horn, but I have to say that technique worked very well. So there you go. If you want to learn how to do little writing on purity seals, just base it in Wraithbone, layer it with Screaming Skull, and then get you some Wildwood and a very thin, very long detail brush, and just put on some magnifiers. I would highly recommend that, or else it's kind of hard to see what you're doing and you might smush it. And just get very good brush control and just little just like that. And it's done. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way that came out. That is fucking crazy. So there you go. Artist using my own technique. I'm sure someone else has invented this, but if you're wondering on how to do it, I think that is that's the way to do it right there. Rather than taking acrylic paint and trying to write with it with acrylic, it's very thick. It's kind of hard to do anything very detailed. But if you use something like a good wash, of course this is a shade, you know, it's what they call it, but it's a wash. Actually, it's a contrast, whatever. But use this as like an ink and just scribble on there, and there you go. That's how you do it. So, kind of cool. I'll probably take a picture of this and post it up later. But there you go. Thank you, yes. So I'm gonna take this and just put it to the side. I'm gonna let this dry. Again, very hard for you to see. I wish my camera would show it, but unless if I flip it around, maybe if let me see if I do this, folks. Let me see if I can do this. Aha, there it is. See that? Then there's like that little skull, but as you can see, it kind of looks like little scribbles on it, right? That's pretty good. That is pretty fucking good, I must say myself. So it's pretty darn good. And then I'll what I'll do to varnish it, because I varnish everything, is I will use a good matte varnish because it looks dry and I want a dry effect on that. So I'm going to use that on this. So now you guys can actually see what it is that I'm doing. It's very tiny. So put that to the side, and then this is cool because now you can see a lot more detail of what I'm working on. Holy shit, look at that. The camera actually fucking works. It's doing its job now. So you can see a lot more detail. See how I scuffed up his pauldron? So, yeah, a lot. There it goes into focus. And then this is another impure seal. Neo asks, how did you do the writing on the parchment? Yes. So, how I did this was I based it in Wraithbone, nice and thick. Once that dried, I layered it thick with Layer Screaming Skull. Okay? Let that dry. And whenever I paint it, by the way, whenever I'm doing brush strokes on paper, I do it horizontally. So instead of painting it up and down like this, paint it like this. That way it looks like it's like rags, right? You know? So if you brush it, you want to brush it like this, horizontally on the front and on the back. Some areas you might have to splotch it a little bit, and that's fine. Then to get the writing on here, I used Wildwood contrast paint. So this is very liquidy, right? But it's very dark. And then I grabbed a brush that's very thin and very... This is one of my premium brushes, by the way. So as you can see, it has a very fine tip on it. It's very sharp. What I do is when you go to paint, don't just dip it in there and start painting with it. Dip it in there, turn it upside down, let the contrast paint flow into the belly of this brush. Tap it in if you have to. And then when you're ready, flip it over, and when you start scribing with it, you'll actually see, and it won't come out like splotty, right? And that's how you're able to get that detail that you're looking for, where it looks like you can see some like little scribbles on it or whatever. It's just a nice detail that you can do to add to your purity seals or whatever it may be. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you. So I think that's a really good technique for doing that. And I honestly, I don't think there's a better one, unless if you want to like go through the other ways you could do it is I wouldn't use acrylic. Again, it's too thick. It doesn't do what you want it to do. You want something kind of runny. I would not use like a Sharpie. I don't think it'll even paint, like draw on here. Yeah, there you go. Yep, but this looks really good. It looks really clean, and you can actually like see it. You know what I mean? Like it looks pretty darn good. So, and I could probably really, if I really wanted to make it like look even better, I could probably do that. This thing would focus. Come on. Come on. Focus, girl. There it goes. Focus on the hand pretty decent, but that looks pretty freaking good. So hopefully that'll help you out with that painting technique. I would strongly recommend that. That just worked out really well for me. So, and I'm going to do the same thing to this guy's book. So he also has an infernal book that's burning. This thing is fucking chaotic, corrupted, and everything. I'm going to use the same technique with the Wildwood contrast. And I'm just going to pour it into these little scribble things that they are. You can kind of see it like that, but I just want to add it in there just to give it an additional effect. Now you can really see my minis, and now I can actually show them off. So let me show off Abaddon here. So I'm so proud of him. And the base is just super killer. Super fucking killer. I did a really good job with this guy. So I'm very happy with him. Very good. I love the base. I got to do his sword still, so I'm still working on that. But like I'm pretty happy with the way this guy turned out. For a warlord, like I did a really good job with this base. I put the sand on there. You guys were there when I did that. So, and then just the little effects, like these little grass things, I added that. So, but I'm very happy with the way this guy turned out. He's pretty freaking badass looking. So, And then here I got some Possessed, so some demons that I'm painting up. I went with green, just because personally I like green on demons. I don't know why, it just looks better than the fleshy pinky color. I just like the dark skin that they have, and to me it just looks, I don't know, it just looks more demonic, I guess. And that's why I saw someone paint these in green, and I was like, man, that looks so freaking good. So I just went ahead and said, you know what, I'm gonna paint my guys green, and I kind of like it. Rather than like the fleshy color that they usually have, I just chose to go with green. No affiliation to Nurgle or anything like that, but I just think green demons look kind of fucking cool. They almost look alien. They almost look alien, but they're not. So, but that's just my opinion. That's just what I did. You know, you don't have to follow me, but that's just what I did. I think it looks good. It looks darker. It looks more, I don't know, it just looks alien in a way. So I'm kind of happy with that. But yeah, very messy, chaotic looking. And then here's my other corner with everything, and I can't even get to my PC back there, but yep, that's what I'm working with. Some books I got. So I got Ultramarines Omnibus. I got this off eBay for a very good deal, and it was the first book I ever read, so I had to have it on my shelf. Love this book. Strongly recommend you read this. Graham McNeil is a fucking goat, by the way. I got Drop Site Massacre in hardcover because I feel like this is a really important book, and if you love the lore, you gotta understand what happened here, who, you know, the parties involved and everything like that. And I think as myself as a Chaos player, if I don't read this, like, who the hell are you, right? And then I got Demon World, which is it's not a hard book to find, but these are out of print. So FYI, these are out of print, especially this one in particular with the demon on the front. A little bit harder to find, and this one's in great condition by Ben Counter. So this was actually a little bit of GW lore or Black Library lore. This was the first book written from the heretical side. So this came out before Horus Heresy series. So before Horus Heresy even had series and all those books, this was the first Black Library book that was done from the bad guy's perspective. So really fucking cool. All right, WC, take care, bud. Thank you for stopping by. Yep, much love, dude. I'll probably be calling this pretty soon here, too, so I can work on doing other stuff. But either way, we're hanging out, right? These are just some of the books I want to put on my shelf eventually. But, and I want to read all these. I've already read this one, but I wouldn't mind reading it again. But, I mean, look at how thick this son of a bitch is. I mean, these are some thick books. And then Demon World, I'm really wanting to tear into that one. I might read this one next because I'm still reading Vrax, which is a Deathcore of Krieg book. And then I'm also finishing up the Night Lord's Omnibus, so that'll be done very soon. So, and then this book will probably be next. I think I'll read Demon World just because it's so highly recommended. Especially if you're a Chaos player and if you want to understand the lore a little bit better. I hear it's a good book to read. When did this come out? Let me see. This one's harder to find. It's not impossible to find, but harder. Let me see here. $2009. Wait. First published in 2003. Okay. So 2003, this book first came out, and then this is a 2009 edition one with the demon on the front. So there you go. There are older books with the demon on the front, but this is like the last one with the demon on the front, and then they changed it to a different one. So yeah, nice soft cover. Oh, good night. All right, Toasty Ghosty, you take care. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. As always, good to see you. I'll probably be calling it here too. So, but I was glad to hang out with everybody. Reneville said, why we rebel. Oh, Reneville, I didn't know you stuck in here, dude. What's up, man? I was just showing off some of your, I was showing off your orc boss there on the, back of the Squigosaur. Yeah, you just got on. Oh, okay, cool. Now you're good, brother. I'm working on, painting up my Dark Apostle. So I have a Dark Apostle here. He's primed. And then this is pretty much ready to be put on him. Let me go ahead and varnish this, though. Especially from the back. So I'm going to use matte varnish. Yeah. And I'm just sub-assembling him just because he has a cape on. And, like, I'm weird about sub-assemblies. Not everybody has to. You don't have to be. You really don't. So it's just me. It's just what I do. I do sub-assemblies. Only on certain figures, though. Not all of them. But, like, Abaddon, I sub-assembled him completely. Everything. The base, his legs, his arms, his sword, which I'm still working on a sword, by the way. But, like, even his cape, I sub-assembled the entire thing. But that's just me. I'm weird like that. And because he has a Terminator armor, you actually get to put it on him, and he actually has something underneath, so I haven't painted that, even though you can't see it. I'm just a nerd like that, so. And I made sure to glue him really good, so hopefully, if I don't ever want to drop him, but if he does get dropped, there's a very low chance that he'll split into a million pieces because I have that guy, like, cemented together. So the only thing that'll break off will be, like, the little spiky bits and stuff like that, which sucks, but all right. So let me get my varnish brush, which usually I use a flat brush whenever I varnish. I get it wet, kind of like damp. So, and then I just get my matte varnish, squeeze just a tiny amount out, just like a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And then I just start varnishing it, so. And this is, again, just to protect it from, like, elements and, like, from time and, like, from fingers and grease and, you know, people are going to touch your stuff or you're going to touch your stuff, and, like, over time, the sun also, like, UV light will also kind of damage your minis paint, so I like to varnish my stuff, especially when I'm really happy with it and I'm like, all right, yeah, it looks good, I'll just go ahead and varnish it. So just varnishing it up because I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. So especially the back of it, because I'm just going to be gluing it to the front of this Dark Apostle and then putting his face on, calling it a freaking day. So, but I didn't schedule tonight, by the way, Reneville. I just kind of went on, I just decided to go live tonight, so. I don't normally go live tonight, but I just kind of felt like it, so. I'm glad you're here, though. And Ellie's been here, she's chilling. Neo was on, I don't know if Neo's still on here, I think Neo might have jumped off, and then WC just jumped off for the night, so. But then Congo's cosplay came through for like 2 seconds, and then she had to go. Glizzy Man Gaming, he popped in, popped out. Magnus is probably working tonight, so that's fine. But WC is going live tomorrow, so. Reneville said, yeah, I work harder yesterday night into morning, so I slept longer. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, Glizzy Man Gaming's back. Speak of the devil, there he is. There he is, buddy. What's up? Did you edit a video? So I'm just going to let this dry. And then I'll be ready to put it on this freaking heretic right here. Okay, good, Glizzy. Good. Oh, it's posting now. Look at you. That's cool. What are you using for editing? What are you using to edit your videos? I'm curious. Probably something free, I'd imagine. CapCut? Ah, okay. Is it good? Probably does the bare minimum, I'd imagine. Hey, that's gonna come in handy, by the way. When you get older, dude, when you're going through school, not really. Yeah. Don't use Adobe. Adobe sucks, by the way. Do not use Adobe Express. So, if you're ever gonna pay for anything, or if you ever have anyone pay for anything, do not use Adobe to edit your videos. It freaking sucks. So, oh, on mobile? Okay, I get you. That's fine. That's fine. I do my editing on my laptop. So, and it takes me hours. It takes me a very long time to edit. But I go in and I like zoom all the way in. I'm messing with audio, messing with images for certain videos. Not all of them, but like I can actually really edit a video pretty well. I've made commercials before, like mini ads. So I have a little bit of a portfolio, if you will, to showcase some of the stuff that I've done. So I don't know. It's a grind. Editing is not fun. But if you like editing, like it'll take you really far, dude. Especially if you go to college, you go through high school. People are gonna want to make videos for like school projects, and if you know how to edit them, that's huge. So, oh, your video just posted. That's good, man. Congrats. Look at you. That's awesome. LED said, "Why am I watching Adventure Time?" That's funny. Reneville said, "Even more so on hearing yourself. I can't stand hearing my own voice." Oh, that sucks. I don't mind it anymore. I used to. I don't really care anymore. So, I actually am doing a. Well, you're aware of it. I'm making an audio, like a couple audio reads. So just excerpts, like a couple chapters from books, 40K specific. So if there's like really good stories in the book, or if it's like a chapter, or maybe I'll do shorts with it too. But I'm making those. So I'm recording those. I have a microphone. It's all the way across the room. I don't want to go get it. But I have a nice microphone. It's a USB one, which a lot of people who are in the music sphere or people who mess with, like, if they're audio engineers, they actually hate those. They say it kind of makes it like crackly sometimes. I don't know. I guess it depends on like how much you're using it. And if you're doing like a podcast, like don't use USB for it. They want you to use like tuners and all this crazy shit, but to make it sound really good. But for me, I'm on a budget. But yeah, those will be coming out pretty soon. I already have the second one done. I got to rework on the first one, and then I'm going to post it in 3 parts. So it's a 3-part audio read. And I think each one is like 20 to 30 minutes long, but it's really fun. I'm going to have pictures in it and sound effects, which is fucking crazy to do, by the way. So sound effects are a lot, but it's very fun. Oh, Glizzy Man Gaming. If you're looking for like any audio files or anything like that, look up upbeat.io. It's UPP, so 2 P's, beat, BEAT.io, and you can get a lot of free stuff off that. Like free sound effects if you want like splashing of water, or if you want like grenades blowing up, or if you want a fire crackling in the background, they have that. So there are some that you can pay for, and like if you want to have music, you can actually pay for it. I've done that before, where you can get an artist and you can pay to have the license to use their music, and you can put that in your videos. So, but upbeat.io, it's free. Just create a little login and you can go in there and you can find a bunch of free stuff and you can attach it to your videos. It's really cool. If, you know, later on down the road, if you're doing videos and you want to have some like sound effects for stuff, kind of like people have like a soundboard, you know, upbeat.io, I strongly recommend that. And they haven't done me wrong yet. And you can download it and use it. And a lot of it's free use, so it's pretty dope. So you don't have to like source it or anything, unless if you want to. And then for my video editing software, I use Movavi. But I mean, I wish I had Adobe Premiere, but I don't have that kind of money because that's like $1,000. So no. Yeah, Adobe Premiere is like some of the best editing software you can get, allegedly. But I use Movavi, so Movavi's good. Yeah, it's expensive, Renoval. Yeah, a year, by the way. It's like $1,000 a year. Not one time you get to buy it. And like, it's expensive as hell. Renoval said not anymore. Cozy Man Gaming said I'm watching SpongeBob. That's funny. Renoval said I used to use Adobe when I made websites back in 2007. Wow. That's a long time ago. Holy shit. Damn. I've made a couple websites too. Yep. I've made a couple. We got 2 up right now, but I might make one for this channel. I don't know. Maybe if I get bigger, if I get like thousands of subscribers, yeah, I'll definitely create a website for sure. I know how to. So, but that's another good skill to learn too, is how to make websites, how to create servers. I've learned programming. I've taken programming classes like Python. I've learned web development, but I'm terrible at it. Very fucking hard. Like, either you're really good at it and you love doing it, or you're like me and I'm like, fuck this shit. I'd rather just buy a suite and just have it make the freaking website for me. It's so much easier. But if you're the one trying to make the fucking the website, like, oh my god, dude, starting from scratch, fuck that. It is so hard. It is, especially if you have back end with your front end. Like, if you want to, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying you got to really have a lot of patience, and you have to be able to pick up things real fast, because you'll have glitches, and then you're like, why does my website look all lime green? Why is my font like half the screen? And then you learn how to like make things interactive. You understand how buttons work, and they can navigate you to places. It's crazy, dude. Roar. Roar. Yeah. So, been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Oh, Reneville said I originally learned by HTML. That was a pain. Yeah, dude. Yeah, doing things on Adobe is so much better. Absolutely. Yeah, doing things HTML, like, fuck that. I don't know. Maybe back in, like, the early 2000s and, like, the late 90s, because that was, like, the only way to do it. You know, like, if you wanted to make a website, that was, like, you could get your domain off GoDaddy.com or, like, those domain stuff, and then you would tie that into your website, and like, that's why a lot of those websites are still up from like the early 2000s. You could find those sometimes. Like, Wikipedia is old as shit. Wikipedia's been around since like what, 19 fucking 93 or something. I don't even know, but it like hasn't changed much at all. It's been the same thing. Yeah, but doing things in Adobe, or like, yeah, using a website builder is so much better. Oh, Reneville then said you have to fight with Google and make sure you're on a good server link to be found. Yeah, that too, exactly. Exactly, yeah, because then you have a domain, and then even if you have your domain up, like, what are the chances of people wanting to go to it? So you have to, like, advertise it, and then, like, Google basically has a pay-to-play kind of thing. Or, like, you have to pay to be bumped up in the search results, and that's why search engine optimization is something that's been around for probably a decade now. But it's like you pay people, or you learn how to do it, how to basically like consult with people who own websites, and your job is to help them make their website more visible, or to show up on results whenever they type in like they're looking to buy a pair of shoes for like Nikes. How do you get your website to be like more front of the line and look better than someone else? So it's called SEO, or search engine optimization. That's a whole fucking thing, man. Everyone's like, oh, it's so easy. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. And there's people who get paid big bucks to do that. So I'm not saying it's impossible. There's also a lot of sketchy shit in that. There's a lot of there's a lot of people who are, what's the word for it? Scammers. They'll like say, "Oh, I do SEO. Pay me $2,000," and then they fucking run away. So you got to be kind of careful with that. But there are good, reputable consultants or people you can work with, and you usually got to hire them, and they'll do SEO for you. But like, it's so expensive. Yeah, and then Reneville said it's a massive pain, which is why they used to charge so much money for it. Yeah, for real. All right, bye, Glissy Man Gaming. Take care, bud. Yeah, yeah. It used to be so much more expensive. Now it's cheaper. Like if you want to own a website, like to create a domain, it's literally nothing. And it doesn't even have to be .com. It could be .anything, .net, fucking face, fucking whatever. But besides .org or .gov, you can't have those, right? You could have .net. You can have all these domains that are opened up. It used to just be, back in the day, it was .com. And then there was like the governments and the organizations and like .net and shit. Yeah, and then Reneville said then you have to worry about security. Yup. And I would make a USB master key for my clients so they would have their site edit, so they can have their site edit by anyone. So you would, how does that work? What would the master key do? Is that to like unlock the, does it have the source code, or what is that? LED said, sorry I left. Okay. Well, welcome back. Yeah. Yeah. The Wild West days of the internet were also cool, but it wasn't very fun for everybody. I mean, that's how like Amazon started. That's how fucking Yahoo started. That's how AOL started. You know what I mean? Like the early days of the internet revolution were fucking crazy. And then there was ClearNet, and then the darknet was kind of a thing. Like it was definitely a thing, but it wasn't really talked about as much. It wasn't as well known as it is now. So, and it's not even called the darknet. I mean, it's just a term that people use, but it's the other way of accessing a different part of things that are not on the ClearNet. But it's still under scrutiny. So just because you go on the darknet doesn't mean no one's watching you. If anything, there's a lot more things watching you on the darknet than on the ClearNet. Reneville said, so instead of me being their master maker, any webmaster can then update it. Okay, so you gave, I'm going to guess you gave them the master key. Maybe it has like the password on it, so that way they can edit it or something. I'm going to guess that's what it was. Or maybe it had the source code on it, or like, not too sure. I mean, that was back in the day, though, so I kind of understand what you mean, kind of. But that's pretty cool, though, you got to do that. That's pretty dope. Yeah. It's interesting what you can do in IT. I have an IT background, so I went to school for it. And I worked in the data centers. Reneville said it had everything, the blueprint of how I made the files. Oh, okay, yes, so that's the source code, yep. Yep, so you had probably the front end of it, like everything in HTML or whatever it was, right? And then the back end, which is like, the back end is way harder, but the back end is cool. I like back end more than the front end, personally. Making a website look good is just not really my thing. So anything cool in programming is very boring to do. Yeah, it is. It is. It's not super sexy. It's, it's good to know how to do it. It's very good, but usually, like most companies, they're not going to pay you. They're gonna look for someone who is way better, and they're gonna, even if they hire you on, they're not gonna like trust you with everything too, which sucks because unless if you're a principal, right? Like you're a principal on the matter, meaning you have like access and like you understand things. You're a full stack developer, you know what I mean? But like they're not gonna give you their source code right away. They're not gonna trust you with that, especially in corporate. They're gonna give you like a little box and they're gonna say, all right, you're gonna take care of our intranet and you're gonna keep up the HR fucking software that we have in our company, and we're doing a update, and you know, work on that basically. That's what they're gonna give you. So it's a big lie. Yeah, you're right, Annabelle. It's a big lie. All right, LED, take care. Good night. Good night. Thank you for sticking around. Much love. Always fun. Yeah, I'll be tuning out of here soon too. So, but yeah. Let's see. Is this done yet? Hurry up and dry, damn it. Oh, a scam about Walmart when the PS4 first released it? No, I did not hear about. What was the scam? I did not hear about that. Unless if you're talking about the there's always like videos about Walmart. I'm sure you've seen it too, dude, about like, oh, if you buy this at Walmart, check your receipts because they could charge you more than it's actually worth or whatever. There's like issues with their back end and like their database with their pricing and stuff. But what's the scam? I must have missed that. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I didn't know. Let me see. Okay, how are we looking here, buckaroo? So I put this on here. Oh, I see. I'll have to paint his belt buckle. Oh, here you go. People would make fast postings on Amazon of selling PS4s for hundreds of dollars, and a Walmart program would price match. No way. Oh, that's so funny. No, I did not know about that. That is hilarious. That's so fucking funny. Some guys will be buying PS4s for $90 to $100 on the release month. That's genius. That's fucking genius. That is so funny. I did not know about that. That's clever. Oh my god. Oh, welcome back. What's up, Congo's Cosplay? Said, never mind, I'm back. Alright, couldn't sleep. Walmart put out a high bounty to fix it. Oh, I bet they did. I bet. But in reality, it's just like fix your policy, you know? Like, I think they do price matching, but only if it's from the manufacturer. You know, like if you buy a Bissell vacuum and shit. Bolter Thrower, what's up, dude? Hey, welcome, welcome. I'm working on a Dark Apostle. Bing bong. Dark Apostle. So I have him primed up. I'm just doing some sub-assemblies right now. We're just shooting the shit, talking about some stuff that people did back in the day against Walmart, and that's really funny. Oh, your sword's almost done. That's great. Hell yeah. See, I knew you'd get it done. When do you have to enter in for it? Or when do you have to show up? Is it this weekend or is it next weekend? I can't remember. You said you had 6 days to finish it, so I wasn't sure. There we go. I do have to paint some areas. I noticed I missed a couple things, so. No, that's really funny, Reneville. That's, yeah, Forge and Fire. No, she's doing it for cosplay. It's like cardboard and foam, you know? But still pretty cool. Still cool. She's doing a Silent Hill. She's doing Pyramid Head, so. Oh, not this piece. Why am I picking him up? This piece. Wake up, Travis. Hello. Yeah. So I didn't schedule it tonight. Normally I schedule my hobby nights, but I didn't do it today, so. Yep, exactly, Reneville. Yeah, you remember. You remember. Oh, the next con has a lot of people I want to go. Oh, okay. Which con is it? Where's it at? I can't remember. You're West Coast, aren't you? I want to say you're West Coast there, Congo's Cosplay. Okay, let me just I gotta fix up a couple things here. just because it's kind of bothering me. I noticed some different tones, and I want it to all be the same color. And if it doesn't look right, it just irks me. I'm not a perfectionist, but I don't know. Maybe I care more. I just want it to look consistent. That's what I'm just looking for consistency. If I'm going to paint it, I want it to at least look consistent. I don't want it to be blotchy and shit. So I'm just kind of fixing it up a little bit. These little... I flipped my camera around and I was able to show the detail. It looked really good. But this is the chest piece for my Dark Apostle that I'm painting up. Oh, Congo's Cosplay said I posted a cosplay sneak peek on my post if y'all want to see it. Oh, that's dope. On your community page? Okay. I'll look at it after. If I leave this, it like turns off the... I'm on my phone, so my computer's way over there. But I'll look at it. Maybe I'll look at it tomorrow. That's cool. Oh, just an idea of what it looks like. All right, that's dope. And then Bolter Thrower says, what's weird now is what used to be customer service is now just focused on production and order fulfillment, and that is in itself wild. Interesting. Yeah, customer service, you know, it's like a joke about, like, am I getting older, or, like, is it normal to complain about customer service? Maybe it's a little bit of both, but, like, customer service just sucks, dude. It sucks now. Ain't what it used to be, man. Like, and now you're saying it's all about order fulfillment. On production and order fulfillment. Interesting. You gonna wake up, hon? Night? Yeah. All right. You can just go to bed if you want. Oh, okay. Her alarm keeps going off. So. Oh. Okay, hon. Well, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I remember everyone was smiling in the late 90s as a kid. Yeah, like, people seemed happier, you know? Like, I don't know, just those days are just done, dude. It's very rare that I ever go to, like, a McDonald's or a Taco Bell and, like, they're actually in a good mood. You know, like, hi, welcome. And I'm like, it's very rare. Magnus! Magnus is here. Oh, I'm glad I didn't turn us off then. Shit. The party just got started, yo. What's up, dude? I'm painting up my Dark Apostle. So I already have him primed, and I'm just working on him, getting him ready. Looks a lot better. Just consistency with the painting and just making sure I'm covering everything. There's no... I hate leaving things that are, like, unprimed visible. That's just, to me, that's the... I can't do it. My brain just won't... Like, if I see it unprimed, I'm like, must paint it. I'm sure a lot of you have the same problem, but... Yeah, if I see something that's unprimed, it's like my brain just breaks. There we go. Let that dry. Stay. Okay. How's the snowboarding going? Yeah, he's been snowboarding. Neo said my dad's getting me the company heroes and I'm painting them into Dark Angels, the cooler Black Templars. That's funny. Are you making the Dark Angels in the black, like the old school? Or are you do... Because there's the Fallen, too, which is a really cool paint schema, by the way. But, like, Dark Angels, I have a couple Dark Angels. They're in a box, though. I didn't paint them. Someone else did. I just got them gifted to me. So, they're not my army, but I'm just holding on to them until I figure out what I want to do with them. So, but they're cool. That's good. That's good, Neo. Your dad's getting it for you? That's dope. Magnus says was busy with paperwork and an incident report. Still got to do a bit. Oh, shit. Okay. Gotcha. Incident report. That's not good. Hopefully nothing too bad. Neo said, no, I have a specific Grimdark scheme I'm going to do. More of like a green turquoise color. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, the incident was reported for you? What? So you have to do a report on yourself? What happened, dude? Hopefully you're okay. Or, I don't know, someone come at you or something, you got into a tussle. A tussle on the slopes. Someone being drunk and shit. Like, God. It's the last thing we need. Neo. Magnus takes them and puts them in, turns them into popsicles. He lures them. He's like, here, come over here. Yeah, it's really good over here. And then he's like, ah, gotcha. Just turns them into popsicles. Oh my God, that's so funny. Everyone's like, where did all these popsicles and snowmen come from? That's weird. Magnus is like, I don't know. Crazy, man. That's so funny. Oh, you hit your head? Nah, knockout shit, just feeling fine. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's horrible. What'd you hit it on? Was it the ground or what happened, man? That sucks. Yeah, you should always take care of your dome piece, bro. At least document it. Document it. I'll tell you that. Document it and get seen. Even if you think you're okay, just document it, bro. Just that way you have a record of it, you know, and that way someone else has a record of it. And like if you feel kind of loopy or something, you could be like, oh yeah, this happened, and blah, 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 and you know, it's just good to document that shit. So be careful with your heads, people. Getting knocked out is not. It's actually pretty serious. Even one knockout, if you didn't know, even one knockout can cause you to have long-term brain issues. So if you didn't know that, I've been knocked out twice, unfortunately. Wouldn't want to dreadnought you early, brother. That's so fucking funny. Okay, so it was the ground. Okay, went over a jump weird, rather good work day to be honest. Oh, so you went over a jump and like hit your head or slipped or something like that. Oh, yeah, okay. Gotcha. And then Congo's Cosplay said, did anyone see in chat my new post yet? In here? Or your community, right? You're talking about your YouTube channel? Toasty Ghosty? And then can someone check it and tell me if I should add more red? Oh, you in your community? I guess I could get my laptop and let me see. I'll take a look at it. Let me help you out. You know, if you join our Discord, we can give you tips in there or recommendations. I have a Discord if you want to join. It's for all hobbies, by the way. Let me get that. All right, got my laptop here. Let me just log in. Let me go on YouTube and see if I can find it. Okay, got a bunch of stuff going on here. Oh, Maddie, you should try to add those images you wanted through ChatGPT. It should be up by now. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And then let me see if I can find you Congo's Cosplay. Is your channel public? Let me see here. I should be able to see you. Let me find. How do I do this? I guess I'll just type in your name. But then I have to figure out how to do the O. Fuck me running. Okay, it's public? Okay, cool. Then Magnus said I was doing private lessons all night, but the only kid I was supposed to teach didn't show up because the conditions were pretty dog shit. Got a bit of rain earlier in the day, just skied around. Oh, that sucks. They didn't show. That sucks, dude. Hopefully they warned you. And they're just like, hey, I'm not coming. You know, you're not like waiting for. I know what it's like to do lessons. I've done lessons too, so I know what it's like to get freaking bailed on. Let me mute my shit too. Okay, regular. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm like trying to figure out how to look you up. I'm like, what the fuck? How do I find you? There you are. Subscribe. What's up? All right. So she's got in her posts. Pyramid Head's fucking dope. All right. Should be under community. Home. Visit community. Here we are. When did you post it? Magnus said they don't tell you if your kid shows up or not. The rules, if they don't show up after 15 minutes, talk to a supervisor and go ski around to your next lesson. Yeah, just check the slopes, make sure safety's being... I'm looking on your posts here, Congo's cosplay, and I'm not... Let me go to newest. Hold on. I see the sneak... Oh, here we go. I gotta click over. I'm sorry. Duh. Such a noob. Add more red to it? I wouldn't. I think you're good as is, Congo's cosplay. Looking at it, it looks good. I think that's the right amount, in my opinion. Yeah. No, that's good job. And you got another subscriber, so yay. If your kid does eventually show up, they radio in and reel you back. Oh, okay. If they're like, hey, by the way, they're kind of late, but... Then Congo's cosplay, if you wouldn't mind posting the sword, I'm curious how that looks too. I hope I'm looking at the right things. I think I'm looking at the right things. So for Pyramid Head, sneak peek here. Loving the boots, freaking sweet. Yeah, the bloody handprints on the front there. That's the right amount. I wouldn't go overkill with it. I think just the right amount. I think you did really good right there. Or you know, some people even have like drag marks and shit like that. Like, I think that's the right amount. And usually Pyramid Head wears like, I mean, he basically has like a flesh cloak. You know, it's what it is. It's very, and he's got like the apron on. The apron's very iconic. That thing, man, he is a scary looking son of a bitch. I'll tell you. Pyramid Head would scare the shit. I remember the first time I saw, like I played the video games too, but I remember when I first saw the video and it was like Pyramid Head in it. People were like cheering and yet terrified at the same time because I watched it in theaters. We were like, yeah, it's fucking Pyramid Head. And just the way he moves, like, oh, such good horror. So well done. Bing bong. Oh, I think I'll crack open a Coke Zero. Well, Magnus, I'm glad that you're okay, my dude. I'm glad you're okay, man. You didn't get hurt, so... And it's good that you reported yourself, by the way, because that... If I was a supervisor, I would be impressed by that. I would be like, wow, this guy has integrity. If you report that, like, even if it's something small, it's still good because that means you'll report the more serious stuff, you know what I mean? So, you're a very good worker. I would trust you on my team. It's all I got. Like, if I was in the Marines and you were in the Marines, I'd be like, Magnus, you're my guy. Because I was a supervisor in the military. I don't look like it, but... Also, I wanted to show you guys this. I'm making a new backdrop for my channel. Because right now, it's just the blinds. I don't have anything going on. But me and Maddie are going to work together to use this. This is a vinyl. And then we're going to put my logo on the back of it. Just so there's something kind of behind me. You know? And then just to have a little bit more eye-catching. So, and then the rest of this is just a mess back here. So I don't even want to show that shit off. Just fold this up. But I got this from Hobby Lobby for pretty cheap. So we're going to get this probably... I want to get it started maybe tomorrow. So, and then I have ways to hang it and everything like that. So that's not a problem, but it's just like getting the lettering. I have a really cool lettering font for it. It's going to look fucking sweet. It's going to look really fucking cool. Very happy about it. So, just things to kind of make a little bit more eye-catching because I know there's not much going on back here, but sweet. And then Magnus said, honestly, I love my job. Just wish I took more days to work. Just wish I took more days to work. Next season, I might try to ski patrol or lift operator too. There you go. Yeah, there you go, man. It's like you're getting, because is this your first time working there? I doubt it. I doubt it, but. Yeah. Let's see, is this thing dry yet? Almost. Let me get the buckle on this dude. I'm going to paint this thing up. Just wear my headband because I got to keep my damn hair on. Sometimes I wear like a backwards cap, but sometimes I just pop on a headband and then my eyes aren't like... I don't have to worry about my freaking hair getting in my eyes and shit, so... The Karate Kid. That's right. Maybe I'll get like a Japanese one. Mr. Miyagi style, like Karate Kid style. That's hilarious. I usually use these for like working out or whatever, or if I'm like doing something around the house. Sometimes I'll wear like a baseball cap too. That's so funny. Oh, that's your first season working at the ski place. Well, that's good. Yeah, next season they'll definitely want you there. Yeah, the Ren and Stimpy shirt. I love this thing, dude. Yeah, I love 90s shit. I love this. My vintage shirt, yeah. I got some cool ones. That's dope. Thanks, Bolter Thrower. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, this was a crazy. I remember being a kid watching this, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Now I watch it as an adult, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" It still doesn't make any sense, but it's fucking hilarious. It's such a weird cartoon. I'm pretty sure it was Hanna-Barbera. It was like in that style, you know, like old school animation. But it's such an interesting, crazy show. It's fucking wild. I love it. Erneville said I had to rewind where you were showing people stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, in my live where I was showing the laptop, because I had that up, so I was showing off some of your stuff, man. On the Squigosaur. All right, so let me get. I'm actually running out of Retributor armor. I thought I had more, but I'm actually running out, which is crazy. I gotta buy another one. Also, I keep saying also. I went online and I just finally bought some dropper bottles. I'm going to be transferring a lot of these fucking paint pots into those dropper bottles because I'm sick of these. I'm like, genuinely, I'm at the point where I'm so tired of these that I'm just going to buy the dropper bottles and I'm just going to put them in there. I'm so done. I'm so done with it, dude. And it still isn't finished? Oh, okay. Yeah, Renville said it wasn't meant for kids as a show. That makes sense. And then Renville said, yeah, that's why I'm replacing my paints with Vallejo with a dropper. Yeah. Hey, Mental Flower, I do remember you. Welcome back. Look at that. Hey, welcome back, buddy. I remember you. Thanks for joining. Congo's Cosplay, you still in here? You haven't said anything in a minute, so. I'm just shaking up some paint. I'm at the end of my Retributor armor, so it's almost done, but I'm going to be buying more Citadel, and I bought these little paint dropper kits that you can get. I got them off Etsy, and then they come with like a little funnel, and you can put these in there, and it's a way to transfer your paints over because I'm so sick of these things. Like, I don't even care. I'm gonna do it. It might take a day to do it, but I'm gonna freaking do it. These are so much better. Or the Vallejo ones. These are 17 milliliters. That's the same size that I just bought. So I bought 25 of empty bottles just like this, and they're essentially the exact same thing. So I do remember you though, Mental Flower. Thanks for stopping by, man. How you doing? Yeah. So I'm just so tired of dealing with these things. Like I'm literally at my wit's end already, which sucks. I don't know why GW just doesn't make dropper bottles. If there was one thing I could ask GW to do over everything else, over make this model or whatever, like I would just ask them, I'm like, can you please, for the love of God, put your freaking paints in dropper bottles, please? Like, good God, dude. Like, I wouldn't say anything else about anything. I'd be like, everything else you guys are doing, you're great. I have no qualms with anything GW's doing. Like, I could complain all day long, but like the one thing I would tell them, I'm like, dude, if you guys could just change your fucking form factors for your damn dropper bottles, people would like your paint. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Like, I know they probably have the what's the word for it? The license for it or whatever. Like, they own the... God, help me out here. I've been blanking. What's it called? Like the IP, like intellectual property, but that's different. It's like they own the design. So that's probably why. And they're like, yeah, we bought like all of our paint making process and bottling process is like very expensive. We have all these big machines that do it. So maybe that's why they don't want to. I don't know. It's stupid. Maybe it's easier for shipping. I don't know why. Because then they have different size fucking pots. Like, I don't. Get rid of them. They suck. I hate them. I don't like them. I got paint on my hand. Shit. Okay. So I'm just painting his belt buckle right now. So that way I can, once this is done, I can then, the sub-assembled chest that I did, his chest armor plate, along with the impure seals, I don't know what to call them because they're demonic, but the demonic seals, those are going to be put on here. I just got to finish the belt buckle because it's behind it. So, and then Reneville says, besides that, I would ask to release all codexes the same day when the new edition comes out instead of waiting for months or 2 years for your. Yeah, no, agreed on that. So, but that's why they want to force you to like play Space Marines, or they're gonna force you to play Necrons, like, which Necrons are cool, but like, you know, I mean, luckily at least for us, we have the Maelstrom with, you know, Huron Blackheart, so like there's a possibility that Chaos Space Marines, because they're not doing a separate codex for Huron Blackheart. They're going to keep him in the Chaos Space Marines. They're just going to add his mini to the Chaos Space Marine Codex. So hopefully it comes out soon. But yeah, that's a good point, Reneville. Yeah, they do need to get better with that. Keeping up with the additions and shit, bro. 100%. Sorry, I got paint on my hands because of the fucking pots. I was shaking it and literally paint like splashes out because it won't seal. I literally have to get Scotch tape. I'm not kidding. I have to fucking tape the top down or else it won't stay closed. Even if I clean it. I still have to like get tape and I have to literally tape these things closed. It's ridiculous. Like GW, what the hell? Or at least this is an ink. This isn't perfect either, by the way. But like at least it's got the dropper. Like honestly, the dropper is kind of useless. I'd rather it just be this could be a pot with a screw top, fine. But like, GW, these need to go. Get rid of these, please. Mental Flower said, how is it finding a parking spot like finding a girlfriend? Sorry, worded it wrong. How, is this a joke? Let's hear it. How is finding a parking spot like finding a girlfriend? Because all the good ones are taken, so you just put it in the disabled one and hope nobody finds out. Oh my god. You savage. That's pretty funny. That's a good joke, man. Oh my lord. Dirty. Magnus said, does anyone know when the Legio Custodes Battle Group box is coming out? The new one? That would be a WC question. I bet he would know. Probably pretty soon. All I know is the pre-orders for the new Chaos Defilers is like coming in April. So somewhere in April you should be able to. Oh, Reneville said RC was last weekend. Might be this Saturday or next week. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so maybe Reneville knows how they schedule that. So you can pre-order it. Or if you're able to actually get your hands on it. Of course, if you're a YouTuber, they already have that. Like, I'm already watching, like especially the bigger ones, they already have it. They already have it painted. They get everything new and painted, you know, they get it. So that's a little bit of a plus, especially if you're in England. Like, if you're in England, you're going to have access to it way faster than us here in the States. And then if you're in Canada, you're even further behind, which freaking sucks. Your only hope to get it at a decent time would be if someone in the UK buys it and tries to resell it and they try not to scalp you. Then you could pay for shipping, and then technically you have a better way of getting it. You'll probably get it faster than trying to go to your local store and get it fucking ordered. Or you go on Amazon and maybe you'll get lucky. Not everybody does. So those are the two ways that I know of. Else you gotta wait. And it could be, unfortunately, a pretty long time, man. And then Reneville said if you have Warhammer Plus on your email, they will give you a 2 days heads up. I did not know that. I'm thinking about getting Warhammer Plus. I have a Warhammer account, and I do get emails from them. That's usually how I'm able to see, like, oh, this just, like, when the Defiler came out, like, I saw that before the videos. Like, there's like rumors and shit, right? Like, I see that, like, Auspex Tactics and stuff. They usually get access to stuff really early. Somehow, like, the leaks, I don't know if they know people or what, but they're able to get this stuff a lot faster. But GW's been kind of playing their cards kind of close to their chest because the rumor engines, right? The rumor engines, and I love that. I think it's a great idea. So it's kind of fun with the rumor engines thing. Like, what is this going to be? What's that going to be? So it kind of gets people talking. I know it's a little bit of a tease, but it is kind of fun. Gets people talking. That's all that matters. It's publicity. Like, what's this? What's that? You know, like the new Tech Marine. The Chaos Warpsmith, I guess? No. No, it was the Apothecary. The Apothecary that came out, so. And then Reneville said, hopefully getting new Hellbrutes. Yeah, 100%, dude. Hellbrutes, we need new ones, man. They're too small. Warpsmith is right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's what I thought. I was like, no, we already have a Warpsmith. You know, we have one, but they have a new one. So, yeah. And then the Defilers look fucking beautiful. I want 2 of those bitches. 1, 2 for me, please. And I'm going to do them Black Legion. Unless if, I mean, I really want, don't get me wrong, I really want Iron Warriors. I really do. I have been a fan of them ever since I read Storm of Iron by Graham McNeil. Probably one of the best, one of my favorite 40K books, personally. I love Storm of Iron. That is a fucking crazy ass book, dude. It's so good. But yeah, Iron Warriors are badass. Yeah, if they get their Primarch, yeah. If they get their Primarch, holy shit. Cuz apparently he was turned into a demon, so he became a demon prince, not of his own volition, because Lorgar, he also turned Angron into a demon prince too. So he did that on purpose because they knew he'd be stronger and probably a lot harder to actually like get him to do stuff for you. But yeah, they turned him into a demon prince, and then there's talk that in the lore, I used the wrong brush. There's talk in the lore that Perturabo was also turned into a demon prince by him. But the thing is the Iron Warriors don't like chaos. They don't bend the knee to any of the chaos gods. They use the demons and throw them in fucking engines. Like they use it like their bitch. They are the serious To me, they're probably one of the most serious bad guys in the entire 40K universe. And I think if Perturabo comes back, I think, personally, he's going to look at Huron Blackheart, or he's going to look at Abaddon, and Abaddon's going to be like, I'm in charge. Perturabo's going to be like, bitch, please. No, I'm in charge. Give me your freaking army. We're going to do this right. And he'll take over the Black Legion. Or try to. And they might get into a civil war over that. So, because Abaddon works for all 4 of the Chaos Gods. He's Chaos Undivided. He's his own man. So, that could cause a little bit of a conflict of interest, so. Alright, Magnus, take care, man. That's good, man. You're good, you're good. Thanks for hopping in, friend. As always, take care. That's just my headcanon theory, though. I think if Perturabo comes back, he's going to look at what the Chaos guys have been doing, and he's going to be like, you noobs have no idea what you're doing. I mean, at least took down Cadia, but, like, barely. I mean, they held Cadia really good, and he had to literally throw a dark black stone fortress at the fucking planet to get it to explode, essentially. That's pretty desperate, if you ask me. Yeah, Rendezvous, that's true, yeah. They're all about being strong, exactly. Yep. They don't like having fleshy bits. Gosh, see what I'm saying? Just from shaking the damn thing, it's like spilling out everywhere. I'll just use my glove to paint off of it because it's ridiculous, dude. All over my thumb, too. That's why I wear these gloves, by the way, is because I'm just that, and I'm sweaty, and I have a tendency to kind of remove paint by accident, so gloves are the move when you're painting for long periods of time, because gosh, these paint pots fucking suck, dude. So bad. That's why I'm done with them, man. I'm just so sick of it. Oh well. Just wipe it off like I've been doing. Oh, Bolt Thrower said I found a new friend to play Kill Team with. Dope, dude. Nice. I'm looking for people, too. I gotta find someone that is willing to... Every Thursday, they have Warhammer at my local game store, so... When my army's ready... I don't want to play a full game of 2,000 points, so I'd rather just play 1,000. Oh, LED said I can't sleep, so I'm back. Oh, okay. Ellie, you just missed Magnus. He was just on. He was on for like 15, 20 minutes. You just missed him. Oh. But welcome back. We're still here. Yeah, I know, right? He just came on because he was in between work. He had to do some things, and then he had to go back to work and finish some stuff up. But yeah, he was working. Bolt Thrower says, if you want better paint, get the Monument Hobbies or Pro Acryl. The only thing that's stopping me from doing that is I want to be able to match the paints like 1 for 1. And you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. But like, if I have Abaddon Black, like, what is a good Pro Acryl equivalent or a Monument Hobbies equivalent? Pro Acryl. It's all just one thing. Oh, I didn't know Monument Hobbies. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. I got gold on my hand. See what I'm saying? Fuck. Right there. This fucking thing. Yeah, I'm so sick of these pots. Okay, I didn't. All right, good to know, bro. Thank you. I'll look those up, and I'm sure there's got to be some nerd, someone out there that made a Reddit page about 1-for-1 matching. Because that's the only thing I have a problem with, is if I have blue horror, I love this color, right? Can I find this equivalent with Monument Hobbies in a dropper bottle? Like, very similar. I'm sure, like Frost Blue or something, you know what I mean? But I still have so many pots, I gotta use them up. But I'm gonna start replacing them. And I'm also, I bought some conversion kits, so I'm gonna be turning some of these pots into the shaker bottles. Just because I'm so sick of it, I actually went online and bought the bottles along with a conversion kit so I can just fucking transfer them into these dropper bottles because I'm so sick of it. So I'm up to here with it. And yeah. And then Bolter Thrower says you shouldn't think of it in names of paint, but rather tone and shade. Visually, after experience, you can look at a shade and then know what will complement it. Okay, and you can keep all the paints, you just have to add to your tool belt. Yeah, I agree. LED said I need to change, be right back. All right, Ellie. I don't know what you're changing for. Would you lay in the, that pop you spilled on your bed accidentally? That sucks. Oh, that's good to know, Boulder Thrower. All right. I'm not as good visually at matching, you know what I mean? I'm kind of getting there. You think I'd have the eye for it, right? Like I'm an artist and shit, but sometimes I think I have it and then I get it and then I bring it home and I'm like, fuck. That's not what I thought. So, but I have Vallejo. I like Vallejo. So Vallejo's pretty good paints too. Not perfect, but they're pretty good. But Citadel paints are really good. I just hate these fucking pots, man. Yeah, grab some free color theory tools online and access them when you paint. I did see the cosplay. I did Congo's cosplay. I did. I saw it. You got it going on. You got it. I saw the mask and everything. It's badass. It's super cool. I want to see the sword though. I got to see the sword. Oh, your phone died right as you looked at. Oh man. Oopsies. You're very welcome. Yeah, I like the bloody handprint too. You were asking if you need more red. I said that's why I was wondering where you went. I wouldn't add any more red to that. I think that's just right. You know. Oh, okay. It's an old pic, but I've done a lot more to it. Okay, yeah, you could post that. Yeah, I'm just curious. I want to see like how big is it? You know what I mean? Like it's huge. And do you have it in bits? Are you gonna assemble it all together and bring it with you? How do you transport it? You know what I mean? Curious. Okay, yeah, I'll try that though, Bolter Thrower. Yeah, I am somewhat familiar with color theory. I do have a wheel. I understand like complements and alternates, but I just have trouble like looking at it like this and then looking at it like this and being like, yeah, it's the same. You know, like I need to like actually paint with this fucking thing. Like I need to like paint with it and go, yeah, that's probably it. And then I look for consistency. I'm kind of a snob with consistency too. So that's why I don't paint with Vallejo as much, is I don't really like the consistency as much or the opacity. It's just it's good for basing. I love it with basing. It does a very good job. Or like if I'm doing stone or like things like kind of like that, but like I don't know. I have yet to find anything that's of the same caliber as Citadel paints in its consistency yet. But I will start. That is something I do want to do this year. Is I do want to build up a alternative paint, just to have it. So when I can eventually just get rid of these pots because I'm just sick of them. I love the paints. I love the consistency, but it's just the form factors are what's killing me. So I don't want to complain about it anymore. But Yeah, the paint pots are the bane of my existence. I keep the colors I still love, like Forensian Gray, exactly, or Warp Lock Bronze, and I just deal with the pots. Yeah, exactly. If there's like special ones that you love and you're like, fuck, I don't want to get rid of this one, like, unfortunately, you're kind of stuck with it, you know what I mean? But with the paints, I flip them upside down and put the bottles next to each other for volume and pre-matching beforehand. Okay. Interesting. With paints, I flip them upside down and put the bottles next to each other for volume and pre-matching beforehand. Okay. So you flip them and you look at them and you're like, all right, that looks pretty close. Yeah. It might take me a while. I mean, if they were cool and they let me, like, that would be such a pain in the butt ski. But if they're like, if you want to take a couple down and just get like one little squirt out of it and just test it, then that's okay. And then they'll have a customer out of me in no time. Because I'm a visual type of person. It's really hard for me to like look at something and go, yeah, I think that's a match. Like, I gotta like put it down and look at it, like paint with it and go, okay, yeah, that's good. But that's just me. I'll figure it out. Oh, it's 6 feet. Oh, hell yeah. Bolter Thrower said, but I swap mostly to Pro Acryl and Army Painters, my two workhorses. Yeah, I've heard good things about Pro Acryl. That's what my local hobby store has. They're a gaming tabletop store, technically. So they do everything. They're GW as well. They're like the #1 source for GW here, but they don't sell any of the Citadel paints. They stopped. They probably got rid of them for multiple reasons. Probably like inventory, and then probably the cost. And they weren't making much money from it, so they just got rid of it. So I think they did a deal with Pro Acryl, and that's all they sell, which is kind of sucks for me because then I'm like, well, what if I just want this one in particular, and Pro Acryl doesn't have that? Now we have a problem. So it takes time and patience. Training your brain, it's hard. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll work on it, bro. It is gonna take time. Yeah, and I'm gonna do some research on it too and everything. So that's cool. Oh, okay. Congo's cosplay said I'm gonna go post it right now. I'll be right back. Cool. I'll pop open the laptop and we can take a look at it. Bolter Throw said I want a real zombie sword this year. It would scare off the zombies that come through my alley. Hell yeah. Have you ever heard of Zombie Tools? The Blade Maker? They're literally called zombie tools. They make some pretty heavy duty stuff, if you know what I mean. They were used in Dune. If you didn't know, they're the blades that they use in Dune. Those are zombie tool blades. Obviously, probably dulled and not sharp, but that's who made those. But I've been following them for years. There's other good bladesmiths out there too, or blacksmiths, if you will, too. So. And then Reneville said, are they mass produced? If so, they are crappy metal blades. They are American made. I do not know their process, but I do know that they run out of stock and it takes a while for them to make new ones. So they're not mass produced that I can understand them. They also do bespoke stuff. So they'll do things that, like, if you want acid etching on it, or if you want, they do certain things like that. Oh, Congo's Cost said, I just posted the base of the sword if you want to check it out. I've changed a lot since the pic. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Let me get the laptop. Hey, Ellie, welcome back. All right. Get my laptop. My freaking laptop. Yo, yo. Get this thing going here. If y'all want to follow, if you want to subscribe to some people, if you want to shout out your channel, we can subscribe to each other. I'm all about helping people out. So if you want people to subscribe to your channel, you can go ahead and ask for it, and I champion that. There's a lot of channels that don't like that. I am all for it. If you want to pump your Instagram, if you want to show off whatever, like, I'm cool with that forever. So I'm never going to have a problem with that. I don't think anybody should be told. I will show the chat, absolutely. I will log in and I will show it off, no problem. See what she's got. She's a busy bee. Super cool. All right, let's go to community. Here we go. Oh, boy. 2 minutes ago, you saw it here first, folks. Here she said, click to zoom in and see better. But anyway, here's the sword I'm working on. Once again, this is an older pic and it's been updated since. I'll try to post the cosplay once it's done. Oh, let me turn this off. I apologize. So y'all could see it a little bit more. Yeah, that's a good looking, that's a big blade. Let me see if I can I click on this thing to zoom in? Maybe I could do pinch. Maybe not. It just broke the did. All right, it's fine. It's back. There it is. So she's still working on that. You could see it. Look at that. It's got a full tang. That's awesome. Look at the shape of that thing. That's badass. Awesome. So there we go. She said it's about 6 feet. So that's a big blade. That's like about here, 6 feet. Very good. Ooh, and then she said next I'm making a replica of the Dragon Slayer from Berserk. That's right, you told me that. Oh, that's a big sword. That's like every time I think of that sword, I always think of Final Fantasy. It's very similar. That Cloud uses, but yeah, it's gonna be like 7 to 8 feet. Yeah, the Dragon Slayer is huge. That's Guts's blade. Berserk is a crazy series. And then Renival said, from their prices and pictures, looks like sheet metal would need to hold it. My father is a bladesmith and he won Forge and Fire. He's even been a judge for tournaments in other states. Oh, wow. Oh, so you're saying Zombie Tool is sheet metal? I mean, it's probably like high carbon, like thick, you know. Because you're looking for like the real stuff. But, I mean, Zombie Tools is... I could show these off. I don't own one, right? But, like, they have some pretty cool shit. If it would load, dude. And nothing wants to work for me. She asks, should I try the cosplay contest this year? With Pyramid Head? Let me go back to Pyramid Head's actual, because she's got that too. So she's got, let's see here, visit community. Let me go. Also, that's a really good drawing on the Converse, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I used to do that. I used to do that too when I had Converse. Here it is. Here's the Pyramid Head. The helmet. She's still working on it, obviously, guys. But, I mean, it might be probably ready now. But I mean, it's amazing what you can do. It really is. It's amazing. Cosplayers are just, they're so cool. Yeah. Now that drawing on your shoe is amazing. Very, very good job, I have to say. Where is the start of... Oh, wow, you hand painted the mask, too. Yeah, this is how it started. Dang. Look at you. Aw. Yeah, she hand painted that with the brush. What I would recommend, well, you know what? I don't want to say, but like if you're painting this big of a surface area, I would recommend a bigger brush, but I'm gonna guess you went for that on purpose because you like the texture to make it look kind of rusted, right? So, or you could have rattle canned it and spray painted it, but then you don't want it like could have done that as an idea. But no, that's a good way to do it though. Sweet. Because I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to go with like a little bit of texture, but if you want to, you could use a different paintbrush just to cover it faster. Or if you want to rattle can it, you could rattle can it too. However, painting indoors, like spray painting indoors, is a bad idea. Or a sponge. Exactly, Renival. Yep. Use a sponge and you want to like dab it. Not do swipes, but like dab it. You know what I mean? To make it look like rust and buildup. That would be a good idea. I would recommend that. Exactly. A big sponge. Yep. She said the fan in the background. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not judging. That is funny though, but I don't see it. I get what you're saying. You're so funny. Reneville said because he charges $700 for a knife and then uses 1040 steel. Yeah. And it's very strong for fighting and survival uses. He also aims to make it perfect. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah. Hey, I'm dabbing right now too. Oh, there you go. I actually, on Amazon, I'm buying chipping sponges. I'm sure many of you are aware of what that is, but it's chipping sponges are used for making like certain patterns to make it look like paint is chipped. I'm going to use that on my vehicles, and then I'm going to cut them really small to do it on some of my armor, because right now I'm just using a brush and I'm just doing chipping the old school way like this, but it doesn't really look as good. So I got like these really porous black sponges that are coming in the mail off Amazon, because I looked at hobby stores, no one had them. Like no one had them. They were like the different types of sponges, you know what I mean? No one had the porous brushes, so I had to go on Amazon, but oh well, is what it is, right? I try to look local first, but if I can't find it, then yeah, I just get it on Amazon. I feel shame in it because I'm like supporting this freaking giant corporate behemoth, but oh well, you know. It's the everything store, unfortunately. I get what you're saying about dabbing, though. Okay. So I got the belt buckle done. Actually looks pretty freaking good. Let me, I'm going to go ahead and varnish that, and then that way I can add his, this is his chest piece. I'm going to go ahead and add that on him. It's his front plate of his armor. So let me just varnish it before I do that. I varnish everything because I'm a psychopath. I can't help it. Go. Little dabble do you there. Varnish, varnish everywhere. Varnish, varnish, I don't care. Alright. Okay. Congo's Cosplay said, I just posted how the texture's starting to look. It needs a bit of sanding when done, then I can prime it and paint it. Ah, there you go. Bolter Thrower says, I'm going to Mars, dude. Oh, funny. The devil's lettuce, yes. Okay, good to go. How the texture's starting to look. It just needs a bit of sanding when it's done. Then I can prime it and paint it. Gotcha. Been there. 2 out of 10. I couldn't breathe. Wouldn't I? Yeah, I don't do that either. I've never done it, but I know people who have done it. So I'm like the old school pot smoker that just smokes weed. So I haven't smoked in a long time, but I do the edibles every once in a while. So, but yeah, even the edibles are crazy. Like, the market for those are insane. Yeah, Eddie's, yeah, that's what I use too. I don't smoke it, it's bad for your lungs, but teach their own, right? Congo's Cosplay said, wait, I haven't done pot. I was just joking about going to Mars. Oh, okay, yeah. It's technically legal, so in a lot of states, legal here, so you could technically smoke it here in Minnesota and get edibles at a gas station if you want. It's crazy. Just because it's legal doesn't mean you should do it. There's a lot of stuff on the market that's pretty sketchy right now. I'm like, fuck. I remember when, I mean, there's some stuff that comes out and, like, I don't know how that's legal. Probably shouldn't be, but... I'm going to Mars, dude. Yeah, Reneville said I get gummies to help me sleep. Yeah, I get you. Okay, Congo Swasley said, yeah, the pic of how the texture's starting to look, I just posted it if y'all want to see. Okay. Yeah, I'll get my laptop up and we can take a look at that. Appreciate it. We're getting it in real time, folks. This is awesome. Real time updates. How fun. All right. Let me get some of this. Oh, I want it back here. I'm adding some rust right now, some effects to my my dude, my Dark Apostle. So if you use a good wash on the metal and it gets into the recesses, it looks really good. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let me get my laptop while that dries, because I'll be adding his head soon. Oh, here it is. It's his little face. So I still gotta paint this up a little bit better, but it'll be good to put on here. And then this guy's almost done, which is awesome. Oh, Ellie said I'm still here. Oh, what's up, Ellie? Congo's Cosplay is showing off some of her stuff. Her Pyramid Head cosplay. I got it right here. Just gotta log in again. No problem. But she's been working on it, getting a little bit closer. That's exciting. It's like here's what's crazy about cosplay is like, you get so, like, not just cosplay, but like anything, right? Like, I'm so close to getting Abaddon done. He's like 90% done, right? But like, it's that last 10% that's slowing me down so much because I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I get to everything else, I'm doing great. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know my painting schema, my design, my color choices, all that. And then I get to the last like 10% that I have to finish, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do about it. So I got to research it, and I got to figure out, like, I might have to look up a tutorial on how to do his sword because I want to do it a certain way. And then I'm also like, do I want to do it that way or do I want to do it a different way? So I've done that a lot with art where I don't even finish it sometimes. Sometimes I don't even freaking finish it. Reneville said, did you use 1 or 2 highlights on his armor? Technically for this guy, just 1. Nothing crazy. Just 1. I mean, I'm not gonna say like nothing crazy, but like I used 1 highlight, edge highlighting, so like a Stormhost Silver on some of it, or I would also shade it as well to give it a darker look. So I would shade it with like Reikland Flesh Shade on some of that gold coloring. And it makes it a lot deeper. And it's a nice dark gold. So he's still a little tarnished, but I also want to like have his armor be a lot more still gleaming because he's supposed to be the warlord, right? So I want his armor to be like the best looking Terminator armor out of everybody. Plus, he doesn't really fight as much anymore. He doesn't really have to. Like, Abaddon likes to sit back and he's the one who's calling everything. He might get in there, but like it's risky for him to get in the fight. So let me check out Congo's cosplay. Go to her channel. Cosplay. Doo-doo-doo. There she is. And then community. Ah, that's how you're doing the texturing. Change of plans, guys. I'm retexturing the entire mask with some drywall paste. So it's going to be repainted too. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, there's the pyramid head. And she's got some drywall paste, which is another good way of doing it. Yeah, to get that splotting effect, right? And I would use a sponge for that to try to get it on there. But you're doing the right thing. I love the piping too. Good job on the piping there, because he does have that. Very good. And then you're gonna sand it, and then you're gonna prime it, and then you're gonna paint it. So she's got like the main stuff that's on there. Did you, I don't want to say you paper mached it, but did you use some sort of a bonding to make it harder by any chance? I'm just curious. If you use something to harden the cardboard and the foam. Yeah, it's going to look really good when it's done. Hell yeah. Aw. Look at you go. We're rooting for you. LED said I'm playing Minecraft. Nice. And then Reneville said you can use Corvus Black, then E-Shine Gray before adding a little white. Interesting. Oh, okay, you did a foam base, then a thick foam overlay so it's light. Oh, okay, okay, you used foam. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if it was cardboard or what. Okay, gotcha. Nice. And then a thicker foam overlay so it's light. Okay, gotcha. Nice. I just wasn't sure how you created that. So. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. Because I thought, I was like, is that cardboard or is it foam? It could be either one. Like, but I meant cardboard base with foam. Ah, okay. Gotcha. No, that's cool. That's cool. Because with cosplay stuff, when you're done with it, what do you do with it, you know? Do you keep it? Reneville said hello. Hey, what's up, Reneville? What's up, dude? Did you log out, log in? Oh, because Hitchbuka came in. What's up, man? Hitchbuka. Yeah, we did get a new guy. Look at that. Yay, new guy. I don't know why, Reneville, but yours popped up first before his did. I saw like the hello and I was like, oh, hello. What's that about? And then all of a sudden, weird. Yeah. Because it just said hello and I was like, oh, hi. Did you log out, log in? What happened? We got a new guy. Welcome, new guy. But will he stick around? That's the question. Yeah, let's see if it's a clanker. Exactly. There you go. Because it did HI with a capital H, and that's a little sus. That's a little sus, because when you put hello, right, Reneville, it's lowercase. So, you never know. Hitchbuka said thanks. Let's see. Is it a clanker or not? We never know. Yeah, eventually you can tell. Sometimes you can tell. Well, welcome to the channel, dude. We do 40K stuff here. And hobby talk stuff, too. So, lots of different hobbies in here. It's a hobby channel. That's what I do. Can you say carrot, Hitchbuka? I'm just shaking some pot paints right here. So if you see me doing this, it's kind of weird, but I'm just shaking these up. And then Abaddon Black. I need to have this one on go. This one's got a little carrot. Oh, he's not a carrot. Or he's not. Good God, he's a person. Okay, thank God. He's not a clanker. That's what I meant to say. You can tell it's been a long day. Good God, dude. Thank God you're not a clanker. You're a real person, because we get bots in here sometimes, so you never know. Are you into any hobbies yourself there, Hitchbuka? I'm just painting these little guys. That's what I do. It's my hobby. I have other hobbies too, but this is my main hobby. So I am a 40K artiste. Hobbyist. Hobbyist at night, regular person by day. Okay, Congo's cosplay. All right, you're good. You're good. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. You're awesome. Good luck with that. We support you. So you do great things. Keep working on it. You're doing good. You're getting closer to being done. So we believe in you. Oh, your game just crashed? Oh, what the hell? And you're on Minecraft, too. Do you think it's because the servers are overloaded, or what, Ellie? 'Cause people still definitely play Minecraft. Like, there's still a lot of people who play Minecraft. Like, it's a really successful game just in the fact that people still play it. cap this up. Abaddon Black is capped up. Let me just take a look at my dude here. What's going on with this? Oh. I gotta paint that black. I just missed something. Oh, Abaddon Black, I love you. Nice black color. Nice and dark. Oh, it's fixed now? Okay, cool. Good. Hopefully it stays fixed, Ellie. Also, we're going to have to talk to Mr. Road with Mr. Minecraft and be like, hey, Mr. Minecraft, I don't know what kind of a product you're trying to shill, but, like, you need to step the fuck up. I would imagine it's just a busy Saturday night, you know? Servers go down. You can only handle so many people in it, but... yeah, I think I might be calling it a night here too, so. But hey, Hitchbuka, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, please. I'm trying to build up my subscribers up to 500. That would really help me out. Like as well, that helps me too with this channel. So I'm just going live right now, and then tomorrow night, the Warhammer commentator's going live. So for those of you who are watching this in post, if you watched up to this length of time, then thank you very much. You're awesome. I want to thank very much the usual subscribers I have on this awesome channel who come and hang out with me whenever I go live. I really appreciate you all being here, making it a good time. So I'm getting closer to getting this Dark Apostle done. I have another kit that I have to finish too. So that's something else I'll have to work on. And like, at least this guy's almost done. I could probably base him right now if I wanted to. And then I have his little things that follow him around. This is very Silent Hill looking, but this is a servitor. And it's basically carrying, it's literally a book carrier of the Chaos book that this guy has. It's fucking brutal. It's very metal. So, and then there's another one here, but he doesn't have his arms on yet. But he follows the Dark Apostle around. Really freaking cool. I have 2 of them I'm building because I'm going to use both in my army. And they're going to lead Chaos Cultists. So that's what they're really good at leading. They could also lead Possessed as well. So, and then Reneville came in with some good Metallica lyrics as always. Yeah. That's a badass song, dude. But other than that, everybody, I want to thank you very much for joining me as always. This is Travis with ChaoticCrafterZero, coming live from the studio Friday night. Glad you could hang out with me. Glad we could talk. Congo's Cosplay, thanks for showing off what your cosplay looks like and contributing to the hobby sphere. Reneville and Neo, thanks to you guys too for also showing us on the Discord how your painting's coming along and how you guys are doing your things. So I really appreciate that too. It adds a lot to the conversation, makes things really interesting. And if you want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. It is free, it's open, it's for hobby stuff. And if you want to come in and hang out, if you post stuff in the hobby showcasing, and if you want me to show it off, I will show it off here in the live so other people can see your work. So, and if you want to plug your channel, if you want to do Instagram, whatever, I don't care. I'm here to help you guys. I want all of us to succeed, all of us to get better. So, but if you've watched it this far, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You make my night so much better. So it's kind of lonely painting by yourself, but when you go live and your friends join, it makes it so much better. So thank you for that. Much love. That's all I got. Until the next time, that's all I got. I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and much love, much respect, and good night. Bye.